It's Football Friday in Oklahoma, and you've struck pay dirt. Scordo Pay Dirt brings you all of the action from 8 feature games across the state. Producer Ethan Sunken takes you right where the action is. You've hit pay dirt. Here's your host, Drew Baker.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Week 9 of the Squirtle Pay Dirt Show. We've got 3 Game of the Weeks for you this week. In 5A, we have the Coweta Tigers, who are ranked 1 in 5A, undefeated with a record of 8-0, in their district game against the 5A Dell City Eagles, who are ranked 2 in Class 5A. Our second game of the week is the 4A Blanchard Lions, who are ranked 4 in Class 4A with a record of 6-2, versus the 4A Bethany Broncos, who are ranked 3 in Class 4A with a record of 6-1. Our third game of the week is the Millwood Falcons, ranked 3 in Class 2A, versus the Hennessy Eagles. Both teams are playing in their district matchup between District A 2A1. We also have the Class A Cashion Wildcats taking on the Hinton Comets. In our Class B matchup, we have the Covington Douglas Wildcats versus the Sealing Wildcats, who are ranked 4 in Class B with a record of 7-1. Covington also has a record of 7-1. In another 5A matchup, we have the Noble Bears versus the Midwest City Bombers. We also have in our Class A matchup between the Crescent Tigers, who are ranked 7 in Class A, versus the Minko Bulldogs. And our final game, we have Burns Flat Dell City at Fairview. Fairview has a record of 8-0. Burns Flat with 7-1. We're going to go live now to our first game of the week, the Coweta Tigers versus the Dell City Eagles.
You would think Dell City probably going to punt this ball away instead of potentially going for it. And so great pursuit by the Coweta defense. It's really difficult to contain a quarterback that's as elusive as Godwin. And the Tigers look like they've got an initial stop on the first drive of the game.
Stanley Johnson back to punt it for the Eagles. And Coweta deep to receive at their own 15-yard line. Johnson standing just at his 40, gets a low kickoff, bounce, takes a Dell City bounce inside the 10. They're going to let it roll inside the 5-yard line down to the 1 before it'll finally be down.
Wow, what a punt. I think, the Coweta deep man thought about perhaps getting in front of that, but there were a lot of Dell City players coming in on him, so I think he made the better decision just to stay away, even though Coweta is backed up with 99 yards to go.
One of those low bouncing punts that it's, like you said, Marcus, dangerous to pick up that ball. So Coweta starts from their own 1-yard line. And like you said, Mark, this offense has been very dangerous after losing their starting quarterback.
Yeah, Mason Ford is a guy that's made a ton of plays for Coweta. He's got 60 touchdowns in his career. Kylan Starks at quarterback can really make plays.
We're going to jump now to our B3 matchup between the Covington Douglas Wildcats at the Sealing Wildcats. The Wildcats for Covington Douglas are coached by Brian Smith with a record this year of 7-1, beating Wacomas last week 48-0. The Sealing Wildcats are coached by Gary Manuel with a record this year of 7-1, beating O'Keene last week 52-6.
You betcha. This is a good stick here. Fourth and 5.
And then right here's the Wildcat defense that we've been seeing the last 5 weeks that we're excited to see how they respond here on the 4th and 5.
Got 2 receivers split to the left, 1 split to the right, spread them out. Looks like Sealing's going to call a timeout. It'll be their first of the first half. It's important 4th down for them right here.
Yeah, and I want to comment on that because we read that Sealing wants to draw you off sides, and I was talking. I'm on my way here with my Uncle Arthur, and he kind of asked what I thought the keys of the game were going to be. For the Wildcat side is discipline.
Right.
We are young on the defensive end. We have some seniority, some maturity on the team, but a lot of the playmakers are younger guys.
Right.
It's going to take discipline against an older Sealing team who has been in this position before.
Right. And if we can eliminate the silly self-discipline penalties like jumping off sides or personal fouls.
Right.
That's what we need to do, and that was a good discipline for the Wildcats to not be jumping.
And if you're Coach Kaiser and Coach Dixon here, you're preaching that to them right now. You've got to stay disciplined here.
Right. 4th and 4, 4th and 5. It's a short 5, long 4. Ball spotted right about the 14-yard line. They got to get to the 9 to get the first down. Got two receivers split left, one to the right. Manuel all by himself in the backfield. Gets the snap, back pass. Tackle made by Gavin Hooten down to 1. First down for Sealing, 1st and goal.
You know, you don't want to give him a first down there by all means, but what a job by Gavin Hooten for
Right.
holding on and not letting him score.
Right.
You know, I think in a situation like that, I'd like to see Gavin's fast. I'd like to
Right.
see him maybe pressure him a little bit more.
Right. Manuel under center. Goes in for the touchdown for Sealing. Looks like Sealing will go for 2. Brings a man in motion.
We're going to jump now to our Class A matchup between the undefeated Crescent Tigers, who are ranked 7 in Class A, versus the Minco Bulldogs. The Crescent Tigers are coached by Jeremy Fisher with a record this year of 7-0, beating Western Heights last week 35-0. The Minco Bulldogs are coached by head coach Brock Wardlaw with a record this year of 5-1, losing to Hinton last week in their district game 19-18.
That got the running plays, the first set of downs is out here at receiver, and they put in another player for running back, so you can see the versatility of their players. So quarterback's going to run it. There's Molinax, and he gets a tackle for a loss.
Yeah.
Wow, Hunter Molinax.
Good job by the defense. Great penetration through the line, and quarterback stood no chance on that play. So that was good Minco defense.
A design quarterback draw, and they were ready for it, and so they're going to back it up. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Another big 3rd down here.
Yeah, I was able to get off the field last time. They tried to nice. They had an open player for a 1st down last time, and we'll see if the defensive back can hold true here. So he's going to throw it deep. McMahon is there. He's beat, and it's through his hands.
Yeah.
And so
My camera slipped. I'm sorry about that. The whole dadgum thing shifted on me. I apologize.
Did it come back up?
Yeah, it's fine. I think it was the camera operator. So
there we go. All right. And so 4th down and 5. It looks like they're going to come out to punt. So another 3 and out by the defense by these Bulldogs.
Yeah,
they're showing up large right now.
Yeah, and
so McMahon will go back to receive. Definitely play punt safe here, right? Make sure they don't try to run this thing.
We're going to jump on over to our second game of the week, the 4A Blanchard Lions, who are ranked 4 in Class 4A. Coached by Jeff Craig with a record this year of 6-2, beating Bridge Creek last week 47-0. Versus the 4A Bethany Broncos, who are ranked 3 in that class, coached by John Arthur with a record this year of 6-1, beating Hera last week 48-7.
To go. Zach Garrett moves from the right to the left. They have 2 receivers to the far side, a receiver to the near side. They'll sweep it left, looking for a block, turning the corner inside the 5 and out of bounds inside the 2 is Jackson Laminack. That's his 13th carry of the year, and he picks up all the way down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal to go.
Yeah, Blanchard that time they were blocking all the way to the left, trying to push everything. I thought maybe Laminack might cut back, but it was a sweep left. Bethany does a good job of containment, not letting Laminack get to the outside.
9:40 to play here in the opening quarter. Blanchard recovered a fumble in the opening kickoff as moves with the loss on 1st down for the 43 of the Broncos now to the 2-yard line. One back set. They'll motion Laminack from left to right of the formation. They hand it straight ahead, and that is, I believe, Chauncey Conway, and he spins in for the touchdown.
No, he's short.
Looked like one official had his hands up, so Conway is denied of what would have been his 4th rushing touchdown of the year, and it's 3rd down, and the ball is inside the 1-yard line.
Yeah, Woods Harrell is the one that came in from the backside for Bethany to save that touchdown.
Conway, a sophomore, 6 foot 185 in the backfield, and they hand it to him again, and he is in for the touchdown this time, struggling behind left guard Ryder Dobbs, 6 foot 255 and a sophomore. That offensive line averages 216 pounds tackle to tackle.
Braden Hefferman as well was on that block up the middle to free Chauncey Conway.
We're going to jump now to our 2A game of the week. The Millwood Falcons, who are ranked 3 in Class 2A, versus the Hennessy Eagles. The Falcons are coached by Darwin Franklin with a record this year of 5-1, beating OCS last week 40-13. The Eagles are coached by Paul Hicks with a record this year of 6-2, beating Alva last week 50-40.
Throw, Hicks pump fake, and the pocket will collapse, and he'll be sacked back at the 40-yard line.
It's great coverage there.
Yeah, nobody was open. I believe it was Kylan Searles. Also, Miko Levine. Lost back to the 39-yard line, a loss of 7. So now it's second down at about 17. Halfway through the first quarter, Hennessy got the opening kick. They've held on to the football for 6 minutes. Now the key for them when you hold on to the ball for more than 6 minutes is to get some points in the scoreboard.
From the 39-yard line.
2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. The 1 back set, the offset pistol formation now put Sebastian Gonzalez in motion, and the clock runs out. Yep, 5 yards. Make it 2nd and 22 after that penalty.
Remains second down.
Move it back to the 44-yard line. This drive started back at the 6, and they had 4th down and 1. Back at the 17, and they ran a trick play coming out of a timeout on 4th down and picked up 36. Now this is going to be a backward pass, and now a forward pass. It's intercepted. Play was executed well, but the pass from Simonik is intercepted. Pick it back. It's actually Gonzalez who threw it, and he's their backup quarterback. So it's intercepted. And the return back.
We're going to jump over to our other Class A matchup, the Cashion Wildcats versus the Hinton Comets. The Wildcats are coached by Lynn Shackelford with a record this year of 3-4, losing to Woodward last week 44-34. The Hinton Comets are coached by Grant Potter with a record this year of 4-3, beating Minko last week 19-18.
And find that open receiver, and that's exactly what's happening so far in this first quarter.
So 1st and 10 from the 25, 6:22 first quarter. Back to pass is Acord looking to his left, screen. Going out to Frazee, he cuts back in. He's going to move forward. Nice little run there, tough run by Frazee. Number 5 on the tackle, that's Jake Wright, the 5'10", 190 junior. Slings him forward for a couple more, and it's 2nd and 6.
Now that time he just had Max Brown out, singled out. He releases down the field, kind of opens that side up, and get the ball out there to Cooper for a good 5-yard gain to start the drive.
5:51 running clock here. Timmy Jones in at the Cowboy back. Wildcats double tight end with Higdon as well. Handoff to Frazee. He's going to look for a small, and he's got one. 5-10, touchdown! Cashion Wildcats on the board. Strike first.
To be honest, I was in the corner. Y'all put baby in the corner. I could not see what happened there. I am going to get try to get the replay.
Well, it was a great blog on the edge, and just had nowhere as he got to the end zone.
We're going to jump on over now to the Burns Flat Dill City versus the Fairview Yellow Jackets. Fairview is coached by Robert Bernard. They beat Texoma last week 61-41. Burns Flat Dill City is coached by Brian Archer, losing last week to Hooker 35-16.
With another 3 and out, but I mean, somebody's crossing their fingers well, or I don't know, because I bet you all year long this crowd's watched them make those catches.
Oh, absolutely, and just some tough drops for them.
Yeah. So last time he kicked it, it was low. This one's going to be up in the air. McMahon's going to get under it. Nice fair catch and going to start at the 36-yard line of the Tigers. Great field position. You're winning the field position, but you need to take advantage right here.
We've got to capitalize on this, and if we go up by 2 scores, that's going to put a lot of pressure on the press. Minko is a very good football team, and really, I would say, well, like we mentioned before, those 4 teams.
Yeah.
There's very little difference between those 4 football teams.
Yeah.
It's a shame that we're in the same.
Stop by and see
Yeah,
us
that's
at the
right,
shops
yeah.
in North
That's the way
Park.
it works.
Yeah,
Oklahoma
because
City.
you throw these 4 or 5 teams in
Support
other
your
districts, they're
school's
going to
booster
be one.
club and get
They're
your
going to be first
business
or
in front
second
of
in any
thousands of
other
potential
district.
customers.
Yeah.
Talk about a
course,
win-win. Advertising packages start on
we were
this
picked
streaming
finish
station
dead
for
last
less than
That's right.
$10 a
So-
game.
that's
Call
right. So we need to-
405-726-4835
Looks like
or
Mullinax
email
is gonna
Adam
come
at
in at running
Squirtle.com
back.
right now for more
Big
information.
again. Little John and Hughes are the receivers.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been
Hughes
serving
in
up
motion
skills to
there.
doers just like you for over
Gonna
100
pitch it out to
years.
Mullinax. He's got some
But
blockers
this ain't
in
your
front
great
of him.
Grammys and pop.
Just bowls over one of them, and he's going to get about 5 yards. Boy, I like that, getting about 5 yards
I
a
do
carry
too.
right
I mean,
now.
if you can get 5 yards a carry, you're in pretty good shape.
That's 6, so it'll be second down
So-
and 4. So I like what they're doing here, controlling the clock as well. If you can keep that quarterback on the sidelines, that's not a bad, not a bad
Not at all.
decision at all.
Not at all.
So second down and 4. We roll down to 5 minutes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, got some miscommunication there. McMurtry turned to his left. Mullinax went to his right. And so another loss. We had a penalty last time that kind of got us behind the sticks.
Yeah.
And another loss here makes it 3rd and 7. And so we're
Unforced errors.
changing some people in the, new running backs. They're kind of moving people
Yeah.
around right now. And missed it right there. McMurtry's going to come out. He's looking for somebody. Pate gets open. It's caught. And he's dropped, and that'll be plenty for a first down as he's down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, that's-
Nice pass, nice catch, nice route.
Yeah, it was a great job by Pate.
We're going to jump now to the 5A1 matchup between the Noble Bears versus the Midwest City Bombers. The Noble Bears are coached by Greg George with a record this year of 4-3, beating Altus last week 42-39. The Midwest City Bombers are ranked 8 in Class 5A, coached by Darrell Hall with a record this year of 5-2. They beat Ardmore last week 32-6.
Beautiful. Yeah, great catch, great throw. Right there. Kept his foot in bounds. That was a tremendous play there. Logan Kirby, Colin Fisher.
Good replay, Emma. Good job.
Okay, so here, this is good. We got a couple first downs. This is outstanding drive here, guys. You got to keep this rolling.
That's number 8, Max Savageau, coming in at the tight end spot.
I like it.
I think everybody knew at home, Matt. if they could hear Tyler, they could.
Oh, is that right? Oh, you had the mic on him. I got you. Colin Fisher looks to his left, sees somebody across the middle. There's a throw right across the middle.
Oh, wow.
Ball gets tipped 3 or 4 times. Wow. And lands to the ground, thank goodness, because Luke Conley tried to one-handed it looked like, and then, it was right there on maybe 2 other defenders.
He threw it right over the backer that was kind of dropping in coverage.
I mean, what a perfect throw.
And then he kind of got right, just a hair overthrown, but that little Plinko ball there fell to the turf, thank goodness.
So Odell Beckham tried. There you go. LT Taylor over on the right-hand side meets a big number 60 right in the middle there. And
Down to the 49, Matt.
Gotcha. That's Christian Tate, again, sophomore, 5'8", 5'8", 230 pounds.
Yep, so here I like this quad set we have here. Brandon up top, 4 down near us.
Yeah, it's isolating Brandon over there again, guys.
And you see there, and like you said, Randy, so the safety, number one, the free safety is having the edge towards Brandon.
Yeah, he's moving over there now.
Yeah, so it's going to have a huge running lane, you would think, here.
Yeah, you can see him, folks, at the 35-yard line. See somebody right across the middle. Kirby is right there at the 20. He's at the 15, at the 10. Touchdown, Noble!
So tremendous read, Collins. So he gets him spread out. He finds the open man over the middle, and Logan Kirby is wide open. So just nothing to it.
And Kirby being wide open is a direct result of the long pass to Brandon earlier because that safety cheated over and the middle of the field's wide open.
That's good.
We're going to jump now to our game of the week of the 5A Coweta Tigers, who are ranked 1 in 5A, coached by Tim Harper, with a record this year of 8-0, beating East Central last week 62-6. They'll be playing the Dell City Eagles, who are ranked 2 in Class 5A, coached by Robert Jones, with a record this year of 6-1, beating Glenpool last week 72-0.
And in there to really help protect, but the 4 rushers for Coweta got home that time. That was a great individual effort by the Tigers' defensive front.
It's going to be a loss of 5 on the play, bring up second down and 15. Now he's going to scramble left, cross the 40, 35-yard line, has room inside the 30. Will have the first down, stumbles down at the 26-yard line.
He was able to keep his feet. That was a pretty athletic run. He escaped a lot of trouble to pick up that first down.
They will mark it at the 26-yard line of Coweta. First down, Del City. Here's Adama straight ahead across the 25 down to about the 22-yard line. Gain of about 4.
Adama on the carry, gain of 4. Be second down for the Eagles.
Second down and 6, Del City. Godwin drops back, throws over the middle, has a man complete. 5, touchdown on the play. And that was Jalen Sweet. Was that Jalen Sweet
Brown,
or Omar Brown? Excuse me, Omar Brown.
Omar Brown, a bigger wide receiver there. Omar Brown got open over the middle of the field, and he's a bigger guy, so you think maybe he's not as worried about taking a shot on that crossing route. It was a great pass by Godwin, and Del City strikes first.
We're going to jump now to the A3 matchup. Grant Potter.
I thought he was going to run that wheel.
Yeah, but he kind of stopped, and I don't know if there was somebody who's supposed to go deeper than him. I think it
was Gilbert.
Seth came deep,
yeah,
and he was open for a second. But, hey, I'm okay with him pulling it down, getting that first down. A good job by Chance there to pick up the first down.
2-by-2 for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 from the 40. Motion is Frazee. Back to pass, Acord. He's looking for the wheel. Across the middle, and looked like Seth had fallen down.
Yeah.
I think he got knocked down. So that one will fall incomplete out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10, and it'll clock to stop the clock at 3:08. Lane Broadbent showed me the radar. We've got a kind of a situation south of us. Let's see what happens.
Chad Tischer texted me earlier and said, it looks like you are going to get rain about the whole game. So it may be just a slight sprinkle or shower from here on out.
All right, so that brings up 2nd and 10. Clock again at 3:08. Wildcats working the ball here. Little toss sweep out to Frazee. He's going to get a block. He should have stayed outside. Gilbert sealed the linebacker, number 5, Jake Wright. And Cooper Frazee decides to cut back in. Does get a few yards, but it'll be 3rd down and long for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and they brought another guy into the box, so we had a guy off of our receivers again, 10, 15 yards off the ball. And when you have a receiver that doesn't have anybody over the top of him for 10, 15 yards, we got to be able to get the ball to that receiver and let them really do work down the field.
All right, so we had a little equipment check here by the umpire. Looked like Preston Cotter didn't have his knee pads covered up. 2:38. Wildcats with a huge 3rd down here, right around the 43-yard line. Acord empty set here, a little bunch formation, a little mesh here on the left side of the line. Cooper Frazee all by himself out here, aced out. In motion is Brown. Let's see what happens here. Acord motions coming back to Brown in the seam with a big catch. First down, Cash and Wildcats in hidden territory.
Another strike right there. These are the routes that I love to see, and I love to see Chance back there in the pocket and making quick decisions and then pulling the trigger. The kid's got a gun. He can put it on a dime down the field. And this is Coach Shackelford and the group has game planned well for that skill asset, and they are taking advantage of it right now.
They sure are. 2-by-2, Wildcats 1st and 10 from the 38. Running clock, 2:03. Frazee out in the flats. He'll get the ball out in front. Catch that, son. That's a touchdown.
You had some blockers out there really doing work on the edge, but it just was right outside of his grasp and wasn't able to bring that in. That was just a little hot, but coming off of Chance's hand, you want to see a little finesse, give Cooper a little bit of chance. It did hit his hands, so you can say, my dad would always tell me, if it hits your hands, you better catch the ball.
That's right. All right, Wildcats 2nd and 10, under 2 here. Clock stopped on the incompletion, 1:58 from the 38-yard line. Acord in shotgun, Frazee to the left of him. Pressure there, backside, Gilbert up top with the catch, and he'll go down. Eventually, great pass, great catch. Give credit to the senior Seth Gilbert climbing that ladder, getting that ball.
Yeah, Chance is doing a great job of looking and seeing what the defense is giving him, and he almost knows before the ball even gets to him on the snap who's going to be open. That time he didn't even look over there. He just knew where the players were on defense, and whenever he saw Reed, he turned, delivered a great pass out there for Seth to catch and try to make a man miss. The guy got him down, but still, first down.
2-by-2 for the Wildcats. In motion is Brown. Cooper Frazee in the flats. He's going to get the ball. He's going to cut up. Still on his feet. Falls forward. Tackle, give credit to number 5, Jake Wright, the junior linebacker. Nice little gain of about 3 or 4 here for Frazee. Wildcats absolutely using that left side screen, and we do have a stoppage here. It looks like we've got Camden Maroney's going to have to come off and fix his knee pads or something. They're really harping on the equipment today for some reason.
Yeah, and I think Hinton called the timeout, which would help us
Yeah,
right here.
I guess
That
so.
way,
Well, they're getting gashed.
Camden suited up and ready to roll.
So Wildcats again, chance 8 court on the day already. 10 for 13, 150 yards. And Max Brown 5 for 5.
To lose, Jackson Laminack with 2 double-digit catches here in this first quarter, and we'll step aside for these messages as they attend to Laminack. 2:56 to play in the opening quarter, 7-6 Bethany.
We're going to jump over to the 2A1 matchup between the ranked number 3 Millwood Falcons, coached by Darwin Franklin, versus the Hennessy Eagles, coached by Paul Hicks.
4th down, a yard short. So Millwood will take over 1st down and 10 in Hennessy territory at the 44-yard line. And this drive will start with 11:54 to play in the first half. On 1st down, find some running room for Levine, and Levine will get down to the 40. Well, they're still going after. I thought the ball might have been loose underneath there, but no, that's not the fact. About a 4-yard gain to the 41. Brandon Valles in the stop. Let's give him 4 to bring up 2nd down and 6.
So Acord with a handoff to Frazee, and that's behind the line of scrimmage. He'll be down.
They are going to call him down.
Yeah, 77. Give credit to Real Lytle, the senior, 5'9", 200, with the stop, and that'll bring up 3rd down and about 11 here for the Wildcats.
Shaq called that play, probably just kind of keep them honest there up front. But you do that right there, you're running at the teeth of their defense, and that's where they're the strongest. Those boys up front are big and strong, and you try to run through, between the tackles against this team. You better be ready and have a good push.
All right, Wildcats in 12 personnel, double tight ends. Max Brown and Seth Gilbert aced out each on the other side. Acord looking for Brown. He's going to cut back to his right. He's going to let it go. And that one will fall incomplete as it was swatted down. I think number 68 thought that was 4th down, which would have been a wise play. Thomas Strother, the 6'4", 255 offensive lineman.
Or I think he just swatted it down because he probably was thinking, I'm not going to catch this. I'm just going to knock it down, not let anybody else catch
Fair enough.
it.
So that's 4th down, 4th and 12 for the Wildcats from the 23. 32 seconds here, first quarter
playing
clock.
Up man like that.
Yep.
Let's burn them deep. We got some kids that can go, and if you get that close to us, let's run by you.
Max Brown by himself, safety over the top, not even shading Brown as Clifton Craighead. He does now move over. He must have heard me. One linebacker is number 5, Jake Wright. Again, it's aced out. It's a party over there on the opposite side of the field. Back to pass is Acord. He looks to his right. He's going to get rolled out. He's going to have a holding call. Unfortunately, he's got to get the 1st down here. And falls in and out of the hands of Higdon. That'll be incomplete. And that penalty will be declined, and that'll be a turnover of downs for the Wildcats. What was started off as a promising drive starting from the 12-yard line, working all the way to 23, will be a turnover of downs. It'll be Hinton Cummings.
We're going to jump now to the 2A matchup between the Millwood Falcons and the Hennessy Eagles.
Line before they were turned away. Angling left. This time it's Ricky Hunt Jr. He's dragging defenders down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, in Hunt, you could just tell he's got kind of when he gets out in the open space, he has an additional speed that he can put it into. An impressive run.
So it'll be 1st down and goal. Ball resting at the 5-yard line.
I need to apologize real quick. I'm trying to produce the show and do color at the same time, and I forgot to run the clock in the first quarter.
Oh.
So we're picking up on people making mistakes. You said Medford, and I didn't even run the clock the whole first quarter. So sorry about that.
Now, the good thing about it is that they were running the clock next door, so we did get the first quarter in. 1st down and goal from the 5-yard line, left hash. Jet sweep, turning it up and into the end zone for a touchdown is Xavier Thompson. So we have points in this one here early in the second quarter, the 5-yard touchdown run.
Well, that's just, getting the edge. Millwood on that drive, much better job blocking on the outside and also just really kind of sticking to their game.
We're going to jump now to our 5A Game of the Week matchup between the Coweta Tigers, who are ranked 1 in Class 5A, versus the Dell City Eagles, who are ranked 2 in Class 5A.
It was Shaden Green. Shaden Green, the sophomore, Marcus.
Boy, he really had a burst of energy in the middle. And Shaden Green, not the biggest player out there, but, boy, that was a great burst of speed.
First down, Dell City. And that time the ball slips out of the hands of Godwin. Will they call it a fumble or a forward pass?
Still be Eagle ball, second down.
And they're going to call it a fumble, so it's going to be a big loss back to their own 45-yard line.
Got a flag back here at the 30-yard line called by the back judge. I'll tell you what, Craig, that play, if he wouldn't have fumbled the ball, maybe he got a little bit excited because that was wide open. Plenty of real estate down here on the bottom of the field to Jalen Sweet.
So let's see what the officials have to say, and it's going to be illegal substitution, yeah, on the part of Coweta. So that wipes out what would have been a big loss for Dell City. And instead, going to be a 5-yard walk-off to bring up a 1st and 5 for the Eagles from the 45-yard line of the Tigers. Dell City leads at 7-0, just over 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. DeKalen Godwin takes the snap. He's going to hand up the middle, and not much running room this time. Again, Shaden Green, the sophomore, in at the tailback spot.
Like we said, Green is not the biggest guy. Obviously, it's his speed that is his biggest threat, but he just took a seat heading into that line where some of those big Tigers were up front.
We're going to move on over to our Class B matchup between the Covington Douglas Wildcats versus the ranked 4 Sealing Wildcats.
Manuel in the shotgun. Pester in the backfield beside him. Pester gets the snap, hesitates, takes the ball up the middle. Ball down close to the goal line, about to 1. Be second goal for Sealing.
Wildcats are going to plug up everything here.
Manuel under center. Quarterback sneak.
No, I don't think he got in either.
He was denied third and goal.
Let's see Sealing doing it one more time here.
Oh, yeah. Manuel back in shotgun. Third and goal from the 1-yard line. Pitch to the running back, goes in for the score.
We're going to move on over to our Class A District 3 matchup between the ranked 7 Crescent Tigers, who are first place in their district right now with a record of 7-0, versus the Minko Bulldogs with a record this year of 5-1.
Our quarterback is the punter.
Week.
But we've had some success through the air.
We have had some success through the air.
We'll see what happens. It's not going to be a quick kick.
Going to be in that pistol formation. Try to get the offsides again. The quick call. There's 5 seconds on the play clock.
Oh, they got him. No. We had to call a timeout.
Oh, call timeout.
I thought there was an offside.
Okay, was waiting for the call there. So timeout Bulldogs.
Totally, yeah, I was thrown for that.
Yeah. So they're going to come out, I bet, with a different setup. That's not a bad idea, I think, right there. I thought they might have got the offsides there as they went in motion.
Switching on over now to the District 2A1 matchup between the Millwood Falcons and the Hennessy Eagles.
Catch by Weston Smith as he pulled it just before it hit the turf. And he'll carry the ball out to the 44-yard line, gaining 5. For Weston Smith, his first catch of the night, his 58th of the season 58 catches now, over 570 yards. 3rd down and 5. Hicks looking left across the middle, caught, and off to the races is Seth Simonek. Nobody will get him. Hennessy touchdown.
Big answer. Millwood's kind of playing up on the right wide receivers, and that RPO play goes for big yardage. What an answer by Hennessy.
5 treble yards, lowers the shoulder.
There we go.
I think he picks up a first down. It looks like there's a flag
Might
on
have
the
been
play.
a targeting.
On Colin?
No.
Okay, well, I mean, because Colin lowered his head at that kid. I would not be surprised if they call us on Colin right here.
Look like there's any face mask at all? Anything like that? That's all downfield, right at the play, right when he was tackled. Can we go back to a replay of that one, Em? Maybe we can pick it up before they tell us what it is. All right.
Okay, it's on them. Very good.
Colin rolls to the right. Let's see what he's saying, Coach.
Yeah, like I said, I think he went high
Okay.
to the head.
Oh, gotcha.
Colin.
Well, good. We'll take that there. That boy, that'll give us an additional 15. I mean, he got the first down anyway, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
very
sir.
good.
Yeah.
So just attack
Yeah.
on the 15.
Yeah.
So that'll work there.
Yeah, you asked for 10, you got 15 out of him.
Okay, we
so,
like it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well-designed play by, I was going to say his name, Kyle Davison.
We're going to jump now to the Burns Flat Dill City Eagles, who are unranked, in their class. They have a record this year of 7-1 versus the Fairview Yellow Jackets with a record this year of 8-0.
He's had a lot of tackles this year, wouldn't you say, Bentley?
Yes, he has. Wonder what happened to his helmet. Huh?
Got torn up. Because he's the center, and you know how he hits with his head kind of?
Yeah.
Orange.
He definitely plays a hard-nosed game, and there we go. It's going to drop back in the pocket. He's going to let that fly, and that is going to be a Fairview pick, but he was nowhere near the end zone.
Uh-oh, looks like he's hurt.
Looks like he fell in the cement from the pole vaulting area, but looks like he's going to be coming off the field all right, so.
Who was that?
That was Isaiah Burgess. So have to be careful on that stuff. Looks like Isaiah's coming off now, along with Blake Perez. 4th down for the Eagles. Looks like they will be going for it. And they're coming in with a hard count. Smart play. Let's see what that is. They got about 10 seconds left on the play clock. And still they're doing a hard count. 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left. They're going to run out of time. But they called the timeout. Wow, that was stressful.
Oh, yeah.
Surprised nobody jumped on that. You know, that was a pretty good one at first. But it looks like we will be going to commercial while we wait on them to resume play.
But this ain't your great Grammys of Pop Pop Tech School.
We're going to move back now to the 2A1 matchup between the ranked 3 Millwood Falcons and the Hennessy Eagles.
In Millwood territory, 7:59 to play in the first half. And Hennessy has it right back after the onside kick. Doesn't work very much, but when it does, Hicks is going to throw back. And now wide receiver is open. Simonek makes the catch.
What a play.
Take it back. It is Seth Simonek. And the guy who threw the football was, I guess it was back to Titan Hicks. He was lined up. It was a wildcat. Titan Hicks threw it, and it was caught by Simonek.
I'm telling you, I didn't think he was going to get that off. He threw it off his back foot.
From the 49 down to the 10, a 39-yard hookup. And right up the middle, good running room to near the end zone. Carry that time by Sebastian Gonzalez. From the 1 yard line to Hicks. And Hicks is going to be spun down short. He may lose a yard. They'll give him the line of scrimmage, and that's it. McElwee with the tackle, loss of 1. And in for the touchdown, it's Gonzalez.
That was Hicks.
Oh, take it back. It was Hicks. No, I think it was Gonzalez, wasn't it? Or was he blocking?
He was pushing him.
Okay,
Yep.
got it.
Directly under center.
So Titan Hicks, the 2-yard touchdown run. That'll make it 12-8. They capitalize on the onside kick.
We're going to go back to our 5A matchup, which is also one of our game of the weeks. The Coweta Tigers, who are ranked 1 in Class 5A, coached by Tim Harper with a record this year of 8-0, beating East Central last week 62-6, versus the ranked number 2 Dell City Eagles, coached by Robert Jones with a record this year of 6-1, beating Glenpool last week 72-0.
So it's going to be a 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers. Clock running, under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Coweta with the ball at the Dell City 35-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Motion to the right side. Starks tucks it under. 35, 30, 25-yard line before he's knocked off his feet. Will have the first down. And Coweta on the move with 6:42 to go in the half.
Boy, I really like that pump fake. He got the defense to hesitate with that pump fake, and it's the difference in him getting loose and perhaps getting a little bit more activity from the linebackers there. But you can tell he is very quick and elusive, tough to tackle when he gets in the open field.
Kylan Starks, 5'10", 175, senior quarterback. 17 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. Motion right side. Starks dropping back under pressure, throws deep down the left side. That one was well covered. It'll go incomplete.
You can tell that Dell City's plan is to really heat him up. They're bringing pressure, sometimes from the corner position, and that was excellent coverage there by the Dell City corner, running stride for stride with the Coweta wide receiver.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 Tigers. Ball spot at the Dell City 25-yard line. 6:17 to go first half. Dell City with a 7-0 lead, but Coweta on the move. Coweta ranked number 1 in Class 5A, undefeated. Dell City ranked number 3 with only 1 loss. Starks takes a shotgun snap. Under pressure now. Screen pass left side at the 20-yard line. Inside the 15. Still on his feet inside the 5-yard line. That's Lolo Bell. We'll see where they mark him. See if he went out of bounds on the left side, but I think they're going to mark it all the way down inside the 10-yard line mark.
No, that was a heck of a play. I thought that was pretty well defended by Dell City. You had the edge rusher come in, and Starks had to throw it over him, and then Bell was able to break a tackle and get about 10 extra yards.
They'll spot it at the 8-yard line. 1st down and goal, Coweta from the 8-yard line of Dell City. Single setback is William Mason to the right. This time Starks options right side, will keep it, tuck it in, get down to the 5 or 6 yard line before he's knocked off his feet.
You can tell Starks likes to keep that ball. You're not going to pitch it very easily. Mason relationship with the pitch wasn't the best. Need to stay a little bit closer to his quarterback, but Starks made that decision early that he was going to keep the ball for himself.
And they marked him down to 7 actually, so a gain of only a yard. So 2nd down and go, Coweta from the Dell City 7. Clock running just over 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Here's the hand to Bell, straight up the middle. Left side, still on his feet, inside the 5-yard line, down to maybe the 3 before he's shoved back.
You know, just straight handoffs haven't worked very well against this Dell City front. The Coweta offensive line is having a hard time pushing the Dell City guys back. It was not a bad gain there, gain of 3 yards, but
mark him at the 4. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Clock running just over 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Get up, get loud, make some noise for your Eagle D.
Tight formation this time. They'll fake the handoff. Starks rolling around the right side is going to be tripped up and dropped at the 5-yard line.
Boy, that was an incredible play by Aaron Carter, linebacker for Dell City. He had a nice game when we were here a couple of weeks ago against McAllister. It looked like to me that Starks was going to have some success there and able to get around the edge, but Carter did a good job. Starks avoided a blitzer there early on, Craig, that could have really dropped him for a loss. and then Carter makes a big play for the defense.
Aaron Carter, 6'4", 215, junior linebacker. And like Mark said, if he doesn't make that stop, he's going to coast in for the touchdown. But now it brings up a 4th and goal from the 5-yard line, clock running. Just over 4 minutes to go in the first half, and now they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal. Well, nope, it's a timeout. Parker Stevens was in the game, the senior kicker.
We're going to move now to our Class A matchup in the District 3 game between the Cashion Wildcats, coached by Lynn Shackelford, with a record this year of 3-4, losing to Woodward last week, versus the Hinton Comets, coached by Grant Potter, with a record this year of 4-3, beating Minco last week in a close game, 19-18.
I want to see was Cooper 5 yards down the field when he just got completely destroyed by the linebacker. That should be a defensive hold or a defensive illegal contact down the field, but they didn't call it. It must have been in that 5-yard, 5-yard cushion that they can get up there and jam those receivers, and that kind of threw that play because that's exactly what they were trying to do, was get Cooper over the middle for a big gain, and when that didn't happen, Chance just didn't have enough time to find anybody else open, and they were able to get to him for the big sack. Now it's time for the defense.
That's
Step
right.
up. Like I keep saying this broken record, but you've got to keep that intensity up and be able to come up and fly to the football and have that pursuit that you've had in the first this whole first half so far.
Carson Gump, the sophomore, coming in. A little reverse here, a little pass. It's covered. Let's see if Gilbert can get there in coverage. Knocks it down. Great job by the senior, Seth Gilbert, climbing the ladder again, batting the ball, and the Wildcats were not fooled.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we've seen out of Hinton. Almost every game they've tried to do that little play like that where they throw it out to the running back and then try to pull it down the field, and that's one thing our coaches have seen too, because we were very prepared for that. I think they did that against us last year even, maybe. But that time the defensive backs were not fooled. Seth was there. He was able to climb the ladder, like you said, go up there and knock that down.
All right, 2nd and 10 from the 33. Little handoff here, right side. Cuts it back inside. Nice job there by, look like number 18, Seth Gilbert, coming up. And give credit to number 5, Jake Wright, weaving through the defensive line there of the Cashion Wildcats. Picks up 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
We're going to go now to our 4A Game of the Week matchup in District 2. The ranked 4 Blanchard Lions, coached by Jeff Craig, with a record this year of 6-2, versus the Bethany Broncos, who are ranked 3, coached by John Arthur, with a record this year of 6-1.
The play clock is down under 10 seconds. 3rd down and 26 at the 47-yard line. 3 receivers in a bunch formation short right. Motion man to the near side. Wet Whisker rolls this way. Now throws back as they try to set up a screen for Jaden Gillen. Outside the numbers 40, and he's down at the 36-yard line, but a flag is thrown behind the play, and Abel Salsato may have been guilty of another halt.
Could have been an ineligible man downfield as well on that passing play. Looked like some of the line were going down early as that ball's in the air.
That happens oftentimes on a screen pass. So Bethany, the only thing they have not done well tonight is keep from shooting themselves in the foot with penalties. This will be their 5th here in less than a quarter and a half. They haven't been the 5-yard variety. They've been 10 and 15-yard penalties. Here's the wide cap. And it is blocking to the back, and that will be against Salcedo. Could tell by his reaction, he just kind of went face first in disgust on the turf after the flag was thrown. The accepted penalty puts it back into Bethany's end of the field of the 49 and brings up 3rd down and 30. This drive at one point was down to the 31-yard line of the Lions, but they have gone back on penalties on 3 of the last 4 snaps.
Yeah, just killed Bethany's momentum, but they still have it. They might just throw a long one to Heim and just see what happens.
8:19 to play. Look for Taylor. He split wide to the left side of the line of scrimmage. Wet Whisker looking this way. He's going to lob one downfield. Heim makes an adjustment, and he ends up tipping it away from Reagan Palmer, the corner, who was in position to intercept that pass.
Reagan Palmer, great job. Just used his body on Taylor Heim behind. The ball needed to be up high because Heim's got the height advantage. It wasn't. Incomplete. Good defense.
So we'll have a punt now from Colton Calderon as that drive goes back.
We're going to go now to the Class A District 3 matchup between the ranked 7 Crescent Tigers, coached by Jeremy Fisher. They are undefeated this season with a record of 7-0. They're taking on the Minko Bulldogs, who are coached by Brock Wardlaw with a record this year of 5-1.
Tried to get the offsides, didn't get it.
Good discipline by Ashton. He almost jumped, but he stopped himself.
He did. They're double teaming Taylor. Reed right there as soon as he caught it. Might be enough for a first down, though.
There.
That was just a very quick hitch.
Yeah.
And so he's starting to spread the ball out. He's got it to every receiver on this drive. And we're down to 3 minutes and 5 seconds. So Crescent, they score here, they're definitely back in it.
Absolutely.
They've kind of controlled the second quarter, to be honest. And so quarterback run. He's going to be dropped about the 5-yard line. So that'll make it 2nd down and 4. They can't get a first down at about the 3-yard line. They're going to move some people around. The quarterback comes out. So they're going to get a little
real big power.
They're going to a big
set.
heavy package here.
Big heavy package.
Big heavy package. So it's going to work. I think he's in, and he is.
Yeah, he's in.
The Bulldogs weren't sure what to do with that. They went to the heavy set package, and they had about 8 guys blocking on the right side,
Yeah.
and we just couldn't get enough players over there. And so they go up 20-13 with 2 minutes, 21 seconds left. Minko does have.
We're going to go now to the Noble Bears at the Midwest City Bombers. The Midwest City Bombers are ranked 8 in Class 5A with a record this year of 5-2. The Noble Bears have a record this year of 4-3.
Irvin's hand.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, oh yeah. You just got to be disciplined here, man.
Is there any coverage over on the top, on the left?
Yeah, Brandon has that kid.
He looks to run to the right. He's got a lot of pressure. See somebody
Nice.
in the end
There
zone,
we go.
throws it out of bounds, and then
Oh, my gosh.
It's pass interference on Midwest.
Okay.
Because they pushed Rudd down.
All right.
Well, we'll decline that, obviously. So
Well, let's see. There's the
Well,
official right in the middle, so that's going to be our umpire, Craig Akard.
Well, I'm about to say I didn't see anyone in the area
where he threw the
where
flag.
he threw the ball.
Well, he threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, then he threw it out of bounds. I was like, well, what? So you.
Said to, I think, Tishner earlier, I said, a lot of these teams, they kind of get antsy. Just be patient.
Yep.
Keep trying to run the ball. Keep trying to play your game, and that's exactly what Coach Potter's doing here by punting it.
And so by doing so, if he gets a stop, the Wildcats potentially, if we don't get a first down, they're going to have really good field position right before half. So the ball does go out of bounds on the punt. It looks like it rolls out right around about the 10-yard line.
Legs going north-south. 3rd down and 2 at the 23 for the Broncos. Heim throws out left. He has Woods Harrell, who has a touchdown catch and now one for a first down as he's out of bounds near the 21-yard line. That would be just enough to give the Broncos a first down.
Well, Reagan Palmer all over it again. It was Palmer who broke up that pass to Heim on that 3rd and long when they went deep. Palmer, good containment, strong on the sideline.
Last year against Blanchard here on this very field in the 4A opening round of the playoffs, Taylor Heim was 50% passing for 82 yards, 2 picks, and a touchdown. In fact, he had just 134 yards of total offense against the Lions defense last year. His 3rd lowest total in a game from the 21. Heim will keep it running left. Breaking tackles inside the 15, still dragging defenders with him. Taylor Heim is down to the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 9 on first down as we dip under 5:50 to play here in the first half.
Just a called quarterback power play, basically. Had a lead running back to lead the way. Heim just keeps those legs moving.
2nd down and less than a full yard. The ball is just shy of the 12-yard line, with 5.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Bethany leading 14-6, and they're on the march after a second interception turned into the Broncos defense tonight. Heim in a pistol formation. Fakes the handoff, running left. He's to the 10. Taylor jitterbugs the defender and then can't get away from Palmer, who looked right at his belt buckle, wouldn't bite on the fake, and drops him.
Exactly. Great fundamentals by Palmer. As Todd just mentioned, looking straight in the belly, not going for the jukes, pulls him down from down low, because Taylor Heim is hard to bring down, much less some of those good moves he has.
There's 5 more yards, somewhat effortless for him, and a good tackle again by Palmer. That goes for 6. Instead, it's 1st and goal to go at the 7 for Bethany. 5 minutes exactly to play here in the opening half. Jaden Gilliland is lined up to the near side. They have a tight end lined up right. They fake the hand, or they do give it to Jaden, running behind right guard. He gets 2 to the 5, and then a whole host of gold and maroon jerseys converge to make the tackle, so it'll be 2nd down upcoming for the Broncos.
Now, we talk about Palmer for Blanchard. He's the right cornerback. Now he's man-to-man, looks like on Heim out here far left. They just leave him on an island. The Blanchard coaching staff has all the confidence in the world in Palmer. Palmer's doing a great job breaking up passes and making tackles in the open field.
He has 1 pass breakup on the season, 4 interceptions to lead the defensive backs. We're talking of Reagan Palmer. 2nd down and goal to go at the 5. 1 back in the backfield. Taylor Heim, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Motions Gilliland to the near side. They throw it for Jaden. He's in trouble. Hit once, hit twice. Dragging defenders with him. Did he get in? No, he's down inside the 1-yard line. That was almost all Jaden Gilliland.
He's a load. He's hard to break down. 3 tacklers, would-be tacklers, were drugged. They need to pay Gilliland some money for that ride.
Gets 4 3/4, needed 5. So here we go. It's 3rd down and goal to go. Look for Heim probably to sneak it right here. Taylor does just that behind the block of the center, Ben Saylor, and they're going to motion the play dead and call illegal procedure against the Broncos, who continue to have a frustrating night with offensive penalties.
Yeah, the line just moved too early before the snap because Heim just walked in off left tackle, no problem.
It's not going to be quite 6 yards. It's going to be a little more than 5 as the ball rests between the 5 and 6 yard line after the penalty is marked off. That's the first illegal procedure call against the Broncos tonight. 3rd down and 6 at the 6. Taylor Heim, he'll keep it running right, bounces out, is hit at the 2 and falls to the 1. So it'll bring up 4th down and goal to go, and you can bet the Broncos go for it with just over 3 minutes to play here in the first half.
Well, I thought Heim was going to get in there because Abel Salcido has locked up with his defensive foe, and it looked like Heim was going to go off of him, but good defense by the Lions.
Baylor Tibbetts is coming in. Colton Calderon, one of the receivers, comes out, so they're going to go with a heavy package now. As Jack Gillen, the fullback, is into the ballgame as well. He's lined up, tight end right. Under center is Taylor Heim. Let's see if he snaps it again. He did it earlier on 4th and less than a yard. And now they're checking out of the play with 7 seconds to snap it. Heim gets the play he wants, or does he? They're going to wind it down and take a timeout. So timeout Broncos, 2:33 to play in the half. Back after these messages on Squirtle.
The AMG yard line on the play. And that was Shaden Green, the sophomore. And first half will come to an end, tied at 7 from Cal Sioux Stadium.
Should be a great one. We've got another solid 24 minutes to go in this ball game, tied up at 7. We'll take the halftime break here on Squirtle.tv and see you for the resumption of the football game at the start of the 3rd quarter.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium.
We've got a halftime score update for you on our 5A matchup, and also one of our game of the weeks. The Coweta Tigers and the Del City Eagles are tied 7-7 at half. We're going live now to the Noble Bears at the Midwest City Bombers.
I don't know. It was at the number I couldn't really tell.
Man, he hit that hole, though. LT had it, and then the linebacker just stood right in it and said,
Yeah,
nope.
quite the collision there, guys.
Yeah, that was a big one. Colin Fisher looks to his right. He's rolling around.
Oh, we got a
Looks
hold.
like a flag on the play.
It's holding on Brandon?
Holding on Brandon.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
That's going to be a first
against
down.
him.
All right.
Yeah, that's so that should give half the distance. So that's going to be huge right there, guys. Give us a hold, man. Come on, baby. Give us a hold.
Yes.
Personal foul.
He did the hold. Okay. Yeah, he held it way outside. But, yeah, he said hold, and then he pointed to Midwest City. So that's going to bring up first and goal.
Nice.
2.5-yard line. That's half the distance to the goal, but it's a first down. That's the most important part.
There we go.
Right.
Automatic first down. Great job there.
I run the ball here, guys. I run that clock.
You got to think about the you don't have Scruggs, though. I was going to say the diesel. Surely we got another kid that can run in there in diesel, right, Randy? I mean, I don't know.
Well, Scruggs is out, Stewart's out. I mean,
well, that's true. That's your two big boys right there. So
we got third down on the scores on the scoreboard. Third down. Then it showed second down here.
Yeah,
that was first down, Matt.
I mean, I'm telling you, I thought it was a replay. I mean, it's an automatic first down, but then
it is.
I'm looking at the official on that sideline. He needs to turn around and see that it's.
Yeah, okay. Well, Colin right there didn't get his feet set. He tried to kind of throw that off his right leg with the the left arm.
He said third down, Matt.
It should be
second down now.
Should be second down. I
thought it was an automatic.
Maybe
down.
not. Maybe in high school it's not. I mean, I thought a holding in the end zone
would definitely give you an automatic first down.
They're going to try a pylon throw here with Brandon.
And they called timeout?
Yeah, they get a timeout.
Somebody did.
Okay. Midwest City. All right, here we go.
All right. Midwest City. No, Noble, timeout. All right. 27-18. Wow. What an offensive game. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
And Cam Griffin came across a little bit early, so give the 5 yards back to the 31. Where it was before, second down and 2. Millwood will get the football to start the third quarter. Hennessy had it for the opening drive and came up empty. So pass across the middle. Ball is sailed incomplete over the head of Dylan Daniels. Stops the clock now, third down and 2. Turnbull had completed his last 3 passes before that incompletion.
Oh, wow. They just brought us popcorn.
So here's third down and 2. Ricky Hunt Jr., first down, 35-40. Spins down to the 45, and they'll mark him just past the 45. We'll say 45-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. He gains 14. Tackled by Sebastian Gonzalez. First down and 10, 45, actually the 46-yard line. Turnbull near side, has a man down the near sideline. Diving for the catch was Cato Sirasambeth. Cato Sirisambath. I'm trying to say that 5 times fast. Sirisambath.
I thought the first time you said it, it sounded good.
Second down and 10, 44 ticks remaining in the first half. Near side, the receiver fell down, incomplete. Was intended for Tyshawn Buford. Ooh, they're going to call a hold as well. So move them back 10. It'll be second down and 20. Mark this back to the 36-yard line. 41 seconds to play in the first half. Boy, the Eagles would just love to get to the locker room ahead. They're up 22-16 right now. They do not want to allow the big play. Screen pass, get it into Hunt's hands, and he'll go down for a loss. Hennessy had that sniffed out. Back at the 29-yard line. And a timeout called by the Millwood Falcons. It'll be third down and 20 when we come back. 29 seconds to play in the first half. 22-16 Hennessy.
The flag was behind the play. It's some unsportsmanlike conduct against the Broncos.
What happened is one of the pass rushers, they overran that draw play, and he threw up his hands, I think was yelling at Joseph, arguing, look, I'm getting blocked in the back, or whatever was said out there, and Joseph didn't like it, and that flag went down.
Tell you what, there's been a lot you have to like about this Bethany team tonight, but the penalties are not good. To this point, they're lucky it hadn't cost them, leading by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Coach, like John Arthur, will get that corrected by playoff time.
Zach Garrett, the single setback, offset to the right shoulder of Carson Cooksey. Motion man to the near side. They're going to hand it off to Laminack to the 25. Bounces out, having an ankle tackle to the 20, angles out of bounds near the 16-yard line. That was all Jackson Laminack as he's going to pick up almost 13, getting out of not 1 but 2 ankle tackles.
Good vision by Laminack running right. Some of his linemen were engaged with defenders. Like you said, ankled hand tackles, whatever. Laminack just breaking them and keeps on trucking.
They put it down to the 15, so it's a run of 14 and a first down. Carson Cooksey in the backfield. Moves left, gets a block from Garrett. Now he's running out of time, and he's going to be tripped up and sacked back at the 29-yard line.
Jordan Strotter.
Man, he's had himself a game. Interception in the last Lions possession. A big sack here all the way back to the 29 is a loss of 14.
Boy, that is a big sack because Cooksey looked like he almost eluded the rush. One step, but Strotter reaches out with that hand, knocks that back foot out, and down goes Cooksey.
5th sack of the year for Jordan Strotter. It's second down and 24 at the Broncos 29. Low snap again. Cooksey fires over the middle and a leaping catch made at the 15-yard line. Brayson Carter. So that'll set up third down and less than 10, about 8 yards for the first down.
Good pass, better catch by Carter, as you mentioned before, Todd. Thrown a little bit high. Carter climbs that ladder, pulls that pigskin out of the air.
Third down and 9, ball at the 15-yard line. Now they move Garnett from right to left. Snap coming back from Bewley. Cooksey throws a slant. It is caught inside the 5, dragging the defender to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. A touchdown for Blanchard, and it's Jackson Laminack.
I think that's Reagan Palmer.
Was it Palmer?
Yes, number 9.
Okay, it was Palmer and not 3. Tell you what, Palmer, 6'1", 170, used a lot of strength to finish that touchdown reception off.
That was a nice play. Cooksey back in the pocket, looking that way. But Palmer lined out outside the numbers with the slant, keeps the defender on his back. Cooksey puts it only where Palmer can get it.
43rd touchdown, another bad snap, and it's still free. Bethany is going to pick it up, and they're going to try to run it back for 2, and it looks like they're going to be able to do it. Blanchard will not even contest, although you can't advance
a fumble,
so the extra point fails.
But that was Jordan Strotter again, if he got those 2 points for the Broncos.
So Cooksey hooks up with Reagan Palmer, and another missed extra point. Keeps the lead, 2 possessions, 38 seconds to play. We'll keep it right here with Bethany trailing Blanchard, Bethany leading Blanchard 21-12.
Boy, that is massive. 2 missed PATs, as you mentioned, 2 possession game. So even if the Lions come back in the latter half and score, they're still down.
Now, all Jeff Craig.
We're going to go now to the Cashion Wildcats versus the Hinton Comets. We have 2 more halftime score updates for you in the Class B matchup between the Covington Douglas Wildcats and the Sealing Wildcats. The score at that game at halftime is Sealing 36, Covington Douglas 0. Another halftime score update also in the District A3 grouping. We have the Crescent Tigers, who are ranked 7 in Class A, versus the Minco Bulldogs. The Minco Bulldogs are leading Crescent 28-14.
He's one of their better receivers, and he's one-on-one. Let's see if they don't try to take it.
They may not have recognized they got a new player out there. So with 25 seconds, 2nd and 10, Taylor will come out to that side, just like he said. Catch is made by Craighead. Gump with the tackle. Keep him in bounds, guys. And they'll go out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 18 seconds.
That'll be a first down, too.
That'll be enough for a first down. Actually, no, it'll be 3rd down.
That is going to be just a little
short.
So
gain of 9, a 3rd down. So actually a really important situation there as the Wildcats do get the third down. They have to get this first down here. So maybe they run and spike the ball. I'm not sure. But you called it, partner. They found Craighead out there. Good job by Gump there in coverage.
And they have 0 timeouts left. Yep.
So in pistol, Taylor with number 5, Jake Wright. We've got twins out here. He's going to go ahead and keep it. He's going to roll out. He's got the out route. If we make the tackle here, they'll get the first. We do have a flag. Is that going to be roughing the passer?
They are going to call roughing the passer. I think Jackson was in hot pursuit. And as Taylor throws the ball, Jackson's momentum just takes him through the quarterback, and they're going to call roughing the passer on the Cashion Wildcats, and that's going to put them down there with 8 seconds left. About the, I'm guessing it's going to put them about the 10 yard line?
They're on the 10 right now, so I don't know if, is it at the end of the play? So it'll be half the distance, so it'll go to the 5. So with 8 seconds left, one play basically. From the 5-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. They might be, if they throw a quick pass, they may have a chance to get 2 out of this.
And
so the play clock does run. It should be running.
Run the play clock.
5 seconds. This will be the last play of the half. Taylor getting pressured. Will come up, and the Wildcats get the stop.
And that's just a.
So great job by the Wildcat defense. No seconds left on the clock. We feel like we're already in the end of the game the way the players are agonizing. And so with that, the Wildcats do hold them and hang on to that 7-2 lead here to go into the halftime locker room.
Coming back.
Yep, it's a hold against the Lions. You know, I'm curious as to why Bethany did not just take a knee and avoid the risk of anything terrible happening like it did.
And especially with one of your huge playmakers on the sidelines at that time in Taylor Heim.
Loss of 10 to the 43 on the holding penalty. First down and 10. Here comes the pressure. They throw it out left. Ball's caught behind the line of scrimmage and then zipping upfield and out of bounds. Brayson Carter. And he will get the penalty yardage back +1 as the line of scrimmage will go to the 32. The clock stops with 17 seconds to play in the half.
Perfect play. A 3-man rush by Bethany. They bring a linebacker off the right edge. When that linebacker vacates that position, Cooksey just throws it over the top to that spot.
2-by-2 formation, empty backfield for Carson Cooksey. Rolling right from the 40 of the Broncos. Throws high to the near side. It's incomplete. He was looking for Frazier, who was double covered on the Bethany sideline. 3rd down.
Good coverage by Evanson Malaska. Malaska all over the receiver. You saw Cooksey wanting to go there, but Malaska's so close to the receiver, he didn't have hardly any chance to complete that pass.
Malaska is a rare underclassman seen time this year for the Broncos. And it looks like Jeff Craig, who's actually in the press box tonight, is going to spend a timeout, and he does, with 12.3 seconds to play here in the first half. His team facing 3rd down and 9 at the 32-yard line. I can tell you they need a considerable amount of yardage to, I think, even think about a field goal. Alex Price is their place kicker and field goal kicker. His longest attempt and make this year, he's 1 of 1, is just 27 yards.
Yeah, and Cooksey's got a strong arm. He can really let it go. So he's going to try to throw something around to the 10, to the end zone, somewhere, some kind of big play. The Blanchard offensive line's creating a good pocket, giving Cooksey time to go through his reads. So, and then, of course, Cooksey has got good legs, so he can buy some more time.
And this is a rare fall night in Oklahoma that there's not a breath of wind in this stadium. It was calm at kickoff. It is still calm with the flags totally limp in the southeast quarter here of the stadium. So 3rd and 9 out of the Lions timeout with 12.3 seconds to play. Blanchard still has 2 timeouts remaining. Lions are going to put 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the short side. All this has taken place after Bethany looked like they were going to kill the final 38 seconds of the first half, but they fumbled. Cooksey out of the gun, rolling right, throws on the run. The ball is caught and out of bounds. And a good catch that time, and yardage up to the 24-yard line. So that's a gain of 8, brings up 3rd down and 2. The reception made by Bryson Frazier.
Bryson Frazier, the quick out, the roll out by Cooksey, nice strong throw. Frazier gets out of bounds immediately.
They're actually going to give him to the 22-yard line, so it's a 1st down. Actually at the 24, that is the 1st down marker. 1st down and 10 with 6 seconds to play here in the first half. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Cooksey to throw, retreats, throws over the middle. The ball is low, and it is incomplete. 2.5 seconds remain, and barring a defensive penalty, you basically have time to take a shot to the end zone.
Good pressure by Charlie Toll by the Broncos to make Cooksey get rid of that football.
Blanchard's going to spend a timeout right now. It's a 41-yard field goal attempt. I think there's no way they try that with the problems, Scott, they've had on the extra point attempts.
You know, that's a good point because if you could advance the football in high school rules, Trotter would have had 2 points going the other way. It'd be 6 points in this situation. But I'm thinking they're going to try it because if they get the kickoff, you know, the half's over.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line. I think you'll see Cooksey take a shot in the end zone. Either hope for a catch or hope for pass interference that would give them an untimed down.
2.5 seconds left. Really can't argue with you where the kicking game's going, but we'll see.
Huge night here on Squirtle, a triple header on our game of the weeks. Millwood at Hennessy, and the game of the week in one of the top games in the state of Oklahoma taking place in Del City, the Eagles and Coweta. Here it's Blanchard and Bethany. It's 21-12. Broncos over the Lions. We're down to the final 2.5 seconds of play in the first half.
And Coach Miller's right. Here comes Cooksey.
Cooksey will be 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He stands at the 29-yard line. He drops. Here comes the pressure. He'll throw it near side. Jump ball caught, and he's going to run as far as he can. He's out of bounds, and that will do it on the first half of play.
That was Hudson Perriman on the reception. A tall receiver they put in there. Catches the ball high just around the 15 and runs out of clock.
So that's the way the first half ends here in Bethany, with the Broncos leading 21-12 on senior night at SNU Stadium. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes here on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
At Bank Central, our roots run deep with a heritage that began over 100 years ago in Alva, Oklahoma. Today, our legacy continues to grow, not only in Alva, but in the other communities we serve. Cherokee, Woodward.
All right, we've got some halftime score updates for you from our games across the pay dirt spectrum. For our first game of the week, we have the 5A Coweta Tigers, who are ranked 1 in Class 5A, versus the ranked 2 Del City Eagles. That score at halftime is 7-7 between both teams. Going down to our other Squirtle game of the week, the 4A Blanchard Lions, who are ranked 4 in Class 4A, versus the ranked 3 Bethany Broncos. The score to that game at halftime is 21-12, with the Bethany Broncos leading. Going down to our third game of the week, we have the 2A Millwood Falcons, who are ranked 3 in Class 2A. They're playing the Hennessy Eagles, and that score at halftime is 22-16, with Hennessy in the lead. Moving to our Class A matchup between the Cashion Wildcats and the Hinton Comets. That score at half is 7-2, with Cashion in the lead. Moving down to our Class B matchup, we have the Covington Douglas Wildcats versus the Sealing Wildcats. Sealing is ranked 4 in Class B. That score is 36-0 with Sealing leading at the half. Going down to our matchup between the Noble Bears and the Midwest City Bombers, who are ranked 8 in Class 5A. That score last we were at that game was 18-33 with Midwest City in the lead. Going over to our other Class A matchup between the ranked 7 Crescent Tigers and the Minco Bulldogs, that score at half is 28-14 with Minco in the lead. And then going down to the District A1 Burns Flat Dill City Eagles versus the Fairview Yellow Jackets. The Fairview Yellow Jackets are up 27-0 right now going out of the halftime. Noble Midwest City is officially at halftime with the same score that we mentioned prior to. That score again is 33-18 at the half. We're going to go live now to our Class B matchup between the Covington Douglas Wildcats and the Sealing Wildcats.
Toughness needs to be an issue that the offensive and defensive line has to rise up in the second half.
Yeah, it's going to be important for them to respond. And, you know, at this point in the game, when you're down by 36, it's how are you going to...
While we're waiting on the Covington Douglas Wildcats and the Sealing Wildcats to start, again, the Covington Douglas Wildcats are coached by Brian Smith with a record this year of 7-1. They beat Waukomis last week 48-0. They are playing the Sealing Wildcats, who are ranked 4 in Class B. They're coached by Gary Manuel with a record this year of 7-1, beating O'Keene last week 52-6. This is a district game for District 3 in Class B, and again, that score coming out of the half, as you'll see on your screen, is 36-0 with Sealing in the lead.
It's all right, it's going to be a pooch, probably a rush hunt, number 7.
Yeah. Kick is a high kick, fair caught at the 38-yard line. He was right, rush hunt, number 7. So Sealing Wildcats take over right there, 1st and 10. Ball will be spotted about the 39-yard line. Manuel in at quarterback still. Michael Duggar in the game in defense.
So this is his first play out on defense?
Yep. We had Chartier in there earlier. Manuel takes off. Breaking through tackles, Ford Smith finally catches up to him at about the 38-yard line.
Again, I mean, this is where Sealing, you know, when they get a big play, they want to go hurry up and snap the ball here.
Yeah.
If you can't see their coach right there.
Yeah. First down at the 36. Manuel gets the snap. Pass complete out to the left side to Pester. Slipped a couple tackles. Gets the ball down to about the 23-yard line. First down for the Sealing Wildcats. Empty backfield for Manuel. Man comes to motion. Manuel pulls it and keeps it himself. Runs through the tackle. He's in for the score. Touchdown, Sealing. Caden Manuel on about the 23-yard run. Just like that, with 10:49 left to go in the third quarter. Sealing tacks on another 6. Looks like they'll go for 2.
Got it. Caden Manuel kind of made that one look a little easy, didn't he?
Yep. Yep.
We're going to jump back now to our 5A District 3 game of the week. The Coweta Tigers, who are ranked 1 in Class 5A, versus the Dell City Eagles, ranked 2 in Class 5A. The Coweta Tigers are coached by Tim Harper with a record this year of 8-0, beating East Central last week 62-6. The Dell City Eagles are coached by Robert Jones with a record this year of 6-1, beating Glenpool last week 72-0.
Recovery at the 33-yard line of Coweta. Eagles take over with some great field position with the early turnover in the second half, just underway in the second half, 11-17 to go in the third quarter. And DeKalen Godwin leads them out. He's got two split receivers left side, tight end on the right side. Now motion to the right side. Godwin takes the snap, rolls right side. Looking, now he's going to tuck it under and run, get past the line of scrimmage, and only gains about a yard on the play.
Well, it's really good effort from the backside and the pursuit and rush from the outside linebacker there for Coweta, number 36, Braden Yunker. He just never gave up, and running down Godwin from behind is no easy task.
So it's a gain of 1 on the play down to the 32. Second down and 9 for the Eagles. Shotgun snap, quick screen left side, and immediately hit on the play was Jalen Sweet. Coming up to make the tackle was Mason Ford, the cornerback.
Yeah, Luke Maladon also right there. That was just great football. That's a great football play to make a tackle like that in the open
field. Was it Maladon that made
it? Was Maladon. Yeah,
Maladon.
It's really hard to see the numbers tonight, but that is, I think, was Maladon.
Maladon coming up to make the stop. It'll be a loss of 3 on the play back to the 36. Third down, maybe a loss of 4 on the play, all the way back 36-yard line. 3rd and 13. Eagles straight drop back. Looking, throwing deep down the middle, has a man, and it's knocked away, incomplete.
All right, the Coweta defense, 3-man front, playing a really, really loose prevent style of defense there on that 3rd down and 12th play, and they had a lot of players in the area of where that ball was thrown and very physical contact upon the arrival of the football.
So from the 36, got to go down to the 23. So 4th down, 13 to go. Del City's lining up to go for it here. 3 split receivers right side, 1 to the left. Godwin out of the shotgun. Drops back, looks, throws deep down the middle. This is going to be picked off.
Watch out.
25, 30-yard line. And picking off that pass was Ian Williams, the free safety, who had 2.
He's going to find a little bit on the sideline. He's going to get to the 35-yard line around there, maybe the 34. And that's where the Bulldogs will start. And I would like to see this too, right? The offensive line is the key here.
It is. We had quite a bit of success running the football that half, and I think we need to continue to do that. We're going to make sure we don't turn the ball over. I think we're supposed to get a little bit of rain here in a minute or two. I got to hold on to the football, Pastor Mike.
Which could, I think on the offense, keep running the ball well. Try to do, find the openings on the passing plays when you can. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, that's
Limit
key.
Your mistakes. I think that's going to be what we need to watch for. And so it's going to be McMurtry with Mullinax behind him in the pistol. And they're going to come out and try to get enough blockers for McMurtry to find a hole. And he gets
really not much.
He gets hit by his own player and falls down. And so he's got to be able to see the holes there. There were some holes there, and he hit one of his linemen. He's got to be able to find the right gap and get through that there.
He does.
Just a little more patience on that would have helped him, I think. So 2nd down and 10.
Need to get us a first down here on this first series and just kind of get the cobwebs out from after halftime and get that end zone.
That's right. Try to move the chains here. So 2nd down and 10. Hughes in motion. Going to give it to Mullinax up the middle. He's got a little room, makes a little cut. Falls forward. He's going to get himself up to the 39-yard line. And that'll get us about 3rd and 5, a nice 5 yards, and that's what I'd love to see more of. It seems to be working.
Yeah, I think so.
But the way that works is you got to keep that linebacker, that middle linebacker, moving side to side.
You do.
And then that middle comes open like that. So it's important to run to the side too.
It is. Have to keep him honest.
Yeah, that's right. So 3rd and 5. Tried the Old Faithful. Hasn't worked yet tonight. Crescent's been ready for it.
Crescent's a pretty good disciplined football team. They're senior laden, I do believe.
Got 6 linemen out there for the Bulldogs again. McMurtry on the draw. He just doesn't go anywhere. Maybe a yard. So it's going to be 4th and 4. And so, well, we've been letting McMurtry run it around, and I think they're ready for McMurtry to run it. I think we're going to have to see some other people run the ball, and then McMurtry get it every now and then is what's going to work.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm impressed with the Mullinax running the football, and like I see him touch it a few more times. And now our defense is going to have to go to work.
Yeah, going to have to go to work. So got the kickoff. Doesn't really go anywhere. Nice kick. It's going to bounce, and it rolls forward. It's going to get down to about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good way to change field position.
Excellent kick there. Good special teams play. Defense is going to have to come out and do their job. And so, yeah, I would like to see you saw
Tigers. It's going to be a hand sweep to Mason Ford, the split receiver, but movement before they got underway, Mark, and again, they stick themselves with the 1st and 15. We've seen that a number of times from both teams.
Well, I think they're trying to get the ball in the hands of the playmaker. I mean, Mason Ford is an electric player. Got an offer to play football at Drake.
Over 60 touchdowns in his career. He averages almost 45 yards per game receiving. But like you said, he's also dangerous carrying the ball. And like you said, he goes both ways. Heck of a cornerback also. So 1st and 15, ball spotted just across 37-yard line. Starks looks, long screen left side, and having to go to his knees to field the ball that time was Justice Grammer. And he made the catch, which was unfortunate because that'll be a loss on the play of a couple of yards back to the 34.
Yeah, you can pound that with the penalty.
So maybe a loss of 3, really, almost on the play. They spotted between the 34 and 5-yard line.
I don't know how really many of the officials had a great look at that. Everyone was away from away. I'm not sure that he did catch that, but.
Shotgun snap. Starks drops back. He's going to scramble out of the pocket and be hit and dropped at about the line of scrimmage.
That's impressive to me that I know how quick Starks is, that he can seem to break through that line, but yet Del City is still able to have containment and not allow him to get out of the pocket. So
they spotted at their own 34, so it's going to be 18 yards to go here on 3rd down for Coweta.
Craig, if I set an over-under for you on this game upon its completion, would you get into the 20s, do you think?
Total?
Total,
yeah. Yeah, I think total, yes. Someone's going to score a touchdown, I think. That was a hand right up the middle. Conservative call on 3rd and 18. Gets up to their own 40-yard line, and Tigers will have to kick it away. You're not so sure about a touchdown.
I don't know. I think both of these teams kind of feel like, hey, we can't leave until somebody scores. And so they're being very conservative. Don't want turnovers to decide it. Each team, I think, has had a couple of turnovers tonight.
Braden Adama back to receive the kick. It's going to hit at the 30-yard line, bounce down to the 25, now takes the Del City bounce up to about the 26 or 7-yard line. The Eagles will have it there.
6:32 to go. We'll take a timeout. Come back. Del City back in possession.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready.
Oh, we're going from there on.
Yeah, so that was Jake Wright. He heads to the sideline getting looked at as he got walloped. Coming in for him is number 21. It's going to be empty set. Trevor Rodman now here as the Comets look at 2nd and 7 from the 32. Running clock here, 11:19. Empty backfield here. Motion man is Rodman. He's going to keep it by Taylor. Preston Cotter. He's got the stop, and the Wildcats gang tackling. I don't know, a little extracurricular activity as the lineman for Hinton can't get a block, so they'll try to take him out after the play, but it doesn't matter as coach or as Levi Taylor sees a sea of white and goes down.
Yeah, if you're watch Vandriff, watching that front line, he's kind of been going back and forth, and they're using him on the wide side of the field a lot of times to come up and set the edge and turn them back into the teeth of the defense. And that time, turned him right into Preston Carter, and Preston Carter was able to meet him in the hole and drop him for maybe a little bit of a loss.
It was a yard loss to bring up 3rd and 7. Running clock here, 10:35. Empty set again for Taylor, most likely a keeper here. Let's see what the senior quarterback does. He's going to go back to pass. He's going to pump. He's going to go deep right side. He's got a man. Frazee in coverage, looking for the offensive pass interference. It doesn't matter, Frazee. Great coverage, my man. The junior step for step, and that's a 3 and out for the Cashion defense.
Hey, I said it. Big drive right here for the Cashion defense. They came out, did their job. Now, offensively, get out there and keep doing what you're doing. You're moving the football.
Yep.
You just kind of are shooting yourself in the foot a little bit when you get down to that scoring, area. And so just get out there, find those open receivers like Chance has been doing this whole time, and just keep moving the ball down there, find that end zone.
Lytle with the kick. He's been the player of the game for the Comets. He's going to have another huge banger. Gilbert's not going to call fair catch. He'll get it. He's going to fumble. Get on it, son.
Yep.
He does. But it'll be recovered by the Wildcats, thankfully, and it'll roll dead right around the 26. We'll be cashing Wildcats. First down and 10.
Hey, Gilbert, he's kind of down on himself there, letting that come slip out of his hands. He did the right thing. Just don't panic. Jump on it. Get on the ball. Give the ball to your offense. But have that confidence when you're back there at that punt return. It's a hard job being a punt returner. You got to have that confidence, that swag to say, I'm going to catch it and try to take this back. And that time he did a good job of getting on the muff punt.
He did. So shotgun formation for the Wildcats. Chance Acord, Jake Branson, the senior, to the right of him, and that little offset pistol. 10-16 motion. Brown, little toss sweep to Jake Branson coming downhill.
Oh, that's a horse collar right there.
Sure looked like it. And give credit to number 5, Jake Wright, in pursuit like a missile.
Yeah, and we were trying to just get him out there on that with a pitch to get to the edge. And you said it, Jake Wright from that linebacker position was able to take an angle and get to the corner or get to the edge before Jake did. And it's another loss on a run play for the Cashion Wildcats.
All right, so that'll bring up 2nd and 14 here. Going backwards are the Wildcats. Best actually starting position in the last few possessions. Acord back to pass, looking to his left. Deep ball to Brown in his hands. He may have seen number 22 coming in. That was Clifton Craighead, but if he catches that, comes down, he may have had a chance to go the distance.
Yeah, because they kind of both flew by him.
We're going to go live now to the District 1 of the Class 2A matchup between the Millwood Falcons, who are ranked 3 in Class 2A, coached by Darwin Franklin with a record this year of 5-1, beating OCS last week 40-13. They're playing the Hennessy Eagles, coached by Paul Hicks with a record this year of 6-2, beating Alva last week 50-40.
A bit confusing.
They don't want to move. Yeah, they don't want to move the down marker. They want to move the chain.
I think he's just getting out of their way.
So then they will mark it at the 43-yard line. First down and 3 at the 43. So basically, the 1st and 10 from the 49. The penalty happened 15 yards downfield, and move it back, actually 17 yards downfield, and they move it back 10. So 1st down and 3 at the 44-yard line in Hennessy territory. Just underway here in the third
Clock
quarter.
Should run.
Turnbull, right side. Ball dropped. He tried to turn and run before he had it. It was intended for Dylan Daniels. So now it'll be 2nd down and 3. So 2nd down and 3 from the 44-yard line. And they'll give it off to Ricky Hunt Jr., angling right. He'll get the 1st down inside the 40, down to the 38, gaining 6. Seth Simonek with the stop, but not
against Jones as he was offensively. He has 4 picks. All 4 came in the first 2 games of the year, and 2 of those against Jones.
Yeah, what an outstanding athlete Heim is, and that was a great tackle there on the sideline. He doesn't let the running back juke him, wraps him up strong, and like you said, it's so hard to play full game on both sides of the ball.
8-3 to the 15th.
20-yard line inside the 20. The catch made by Xavier Thompson. And that'll
Simonek
be
on the tackle.
1st down as Simonek gets the stop. Mark this one at the 17-yard line, a gain of 20. And for Thompson, it's his 6th catch of the night. First down and 10. The man in motion from left to right and hand off, and there goes Ricky Hunt Jr. into the end zone, touchdown from 17 yards out. Boy, they faked the jet sweep going right, and Ricky Hunt Jr. angled left and went basically untouched, and we're tied at 22.
So impressive. And great blocking up front by Millwood. And that's something you expect to see out of top.
We're going to go now to the Class A District 3 matchup between the Cashion Wildcats and the Hinton Comets. The Wildcats are coached by Lynn Shackelford with a record this year of 3-4, losing to Woodward last week, 44-34. The Comets are coached by Grant Potter with a record this year of 4-3, beating Minko last week, 19-18.
We're on the defensive back, yeah.
So it'll be, that's right, thank you, by the receiver. So that'll be first down. It'll negate the first down run. It'll be first down and about 8, it looks like, here by the Sticks. So clock running, 8:19, 8:18 here, third quarter. Wildcats trying to bend but don't break.
Yeah, defense has just got to step up. You know, we talked about them pursuing the football. That's what you got to keep doing, because right now the Hinton Comets are breaking some tackles and going for extra yards.
Another handoff inside. Camden Maroney's there. A little stutter step leads to a miss. Great job there by the senior Maroney, breaking down, coming to fit. And that'll be a no gain. Well, actually a gain of, I guess, a yard or two. Looks like got a few on that. So that'll bring up second down and 6 here for the Comets.
Yeah, as he went to break down and try to make Camden miss, looked like his foot got caught in the
14-foot inch
forest grass that they have out there.
In the jungle. Bring your machete out here.
Yeah.
All right, so 2nd and 6, clock running, 7:32. A lot of running here on this particular set here for Coach Potter and the Comets. To the left of Taylor is right again. Taylor will keep it. He'll go up the middle. He's got a bunch of blockers, and he's patient, staying up, and that'll be a first down for the Comets all the way down to the Cashion 10-yard line.
Right now, I mean, all they're doing is just, they're staying patient, running the football, and that's what I was talking about. A lot of teams don't do that, just kind of stick to that game plan. That's what they've done. And with Cashion Wildcats being as thin as they are, it's just going to be they're going to have to dig deep. Those boys up front, they've played a great game so far. They're going to have to dig deep, get through there, make some tackles, and stop them right here as they're deep in our territory.
So 1st and 10, 6:59, second quarter. 1st and goal, actually it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Another handoff to right back. The backfield is Branson, and that'll be a tackle for loss for the Cashion Wildcats. Credit, it looked like Seth Gilbert as well, so nice work there by the senior linebacker.
And that's where I was saying, sell out to stop the run. If that's all they're doing, dare them to throw the ball. Bring everybody you can into that box. Make them stop the run, or make them, make sure we can stop the run. And make them beat you through the air. That we've had a really good job by our defensive backs covering everybody man-to-man so far tonight.
That tackle was behind the line of scrimmage, yet it was considered no gain, so it'll stay 2nd and 10 from the 12. Clock running, 6:20. Wildcats hanging on to a 5-point lead. Taylor by himself will go ahead and keep it. Come back inside, and there's Preston Cotter. So nice work there by the Cashion D-line. Preston Cotter along with Jackson Vandruff. Little duo on that side. And that's a gain of 5. Wow. Actually, a gain of 3. Oh, sorry, 3rd and 7. So 4-down territory for sure. I don't think they're kicking field goals here. So the Wildcats need to bow up here.
And, this deep into their Cashion territory, you can kind of sell out, stop that run, because you don't need anybody over the top. You just want to make sure those crossing routes and those little tight end dump passes to the flats are covered, and make them run it up into the strength of our defense.
Taylor will keep it. Branson on the backside. Another extra hit there by Camden Maroney, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Big play right here. You get them stopped with them, having a big play all the way down. That tackle by Gump on that big play, that big long run play, is turning into a huge play.
Game saver.
Yep.
So 4th and 5, 5 minutes on the clock. Cashion Wildcat fans on their feet, screaming and helping their defense out. It's not much of an overstatement saying the play of the game right here is about to happen. Pistol formation, Jake Wright behind Levi Taylor.
They're going to try a slant pass right here, watch.
Back to pass, you're exactly right, Taylor. Slant pass is tipped, and we have
the ball got tipped. It got tipped. It shouldn't be a pass interference there, because when the ball is tipped, you can take that receiver out after the tip, and that's exactly what happened. The contact came after the tip.
It matters based on the catch when the pass was made. And they're going to call tip. So great job by the Cashion defense. Camden Maroney with the tip, and it's a turnover of downs. Cashion 1st down and 10.
All right, offense, here we go. You are backed up here on your side of the football field deep. Last time we did that, it was a safety. It looks like there is a flag by the Hinton comments. I guess somebody said something over there. It's going to probably be an.
We're going to jump now to the Class 4 District 2 matchup between the ranked 4 Blanchard Lions and the Bethany Broncos, who are ranked 3 in Class 4A. The Lions are coached by Jeff Craig with a record this year of 6-2, beating Bridge Creek last week 47-0. The Broncos are coached by John Arthur with a record this year of 6-1, beating Harrell last week 48-7.
Yeah, great play. Baylor Tibbetts with the block. Cooksey looking a little bit too much that way. Tibbetts not getting the pass rush, so what's he coached to do? Get those arms up. Great defensive play.
54 seconds into the third period. Here we go, 21-12 Bethany. It's 4th down and 6 for Blanchard at the 20-yard line. They have gained just 4 yards on 3 snaps. Now the move Conway, who starts the second half, almost into a pistol formation. Cooksey to throw from the 29, throws over the middle. The ball is incomplete. The receiver slipped at the 5-yard line. They were running a slant pattern that time, and the target went down to the ground, and it's a great defensive stand by the Broncos to start the second half.
Yep, Jackson Laminack running another one of those posts. Looked like the pass would.
And fumbled it momentarily, but came up with it at his own 31-yard line. So Coweta takes over at their own 31. 1:20 to go in the third. We're tied at 7.
Yeah, that was a risky decision to come up and try to field that punt. But, man, you got to think that Del City would like to have that wheel route to Adama back, because there just hasn't been much to throw to in the secondary. The Coweta Tigers have done a great job covering up the passing game, but that one was there for a big gain.
Yeah, Adama coming out of the backfield. Braylon Adama, who averages 73 yards a game on the ground, but this time he slipped out, was wide open, and that one overthrown. So we're tied at 7. Coweta takes over at their own 31-yard line. 1:20 to go in the third. And a straight handoff up the middle. William Mason crosses the 30, gets out to about the 34-yard line. So gain of 3 on the play. As Coweta working with running backs on either side of Nikylan Starks, the quarterback. Starks this time fakes a handoff, rolls around the left side, has running room 40, 45. Close to the midfield stripe, he'll easily have the first down. They're going to mark him out at about the 48-yard line.
Well, that's the best play that Coweta's had here in the second half. That's a big, big run, and he jumped over a bench as he got to the sideline. He's got to be pretty slick over there near the track, but big gain.
So they mark him at the Coweta 48-yard line. Clock stop, 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's a handoff straight ahead, and it's Lolo Bell. Lolo Bell crosses the 50-yard line, gets down to about the 46-yard line of Del City. Gain of about 5 or 6. They'll spot it maybe back at the 47. So gain of 5 on the play, second down 5.
Yeah, you got to wonder how Lolo Bell got the nickname Lolo.
Junior running back averages about 87 yards a game. And this time they'll hand it to Mason around the right side, 40, 35, 30-yard line. Inside the 30-yard line goes William Mason. So Coweta on the move.
And they're having some success with different formations. Putting 2 backs in the backfield, we haven't seen that. And a little nice fake by Starks to get it to Mason, and he found some running room out there where they're wearing a whole bunch of black shirts, and they're causing havoc that have done so much all night tonight.
They will mark it at the 28 of Del City. Clock stops, 16 seconds to go in the third. We're tied at 7, but Coweta on the move. Again, the 2 running backs set, and they'll hand to Mason again. Mason around the left side, cuts back up the middle, will get inside the 20, close to a first down at the 19-yard line.
And Mason really is running hard. Del City came with a blitz off the edge, the corner blitz, and it did not get there.
And
was
it
able
looks
to
like
avoid that
time,
defender.
Yeah, time will run out in the third quarter before they can get the ball snapped. So they'll have a second and short as we start the fourth quarter, but Coweta on the move inside the Del City 20.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with
the middle, trying just to move the chains, taking their time running the play clock down, and just got antsy.
John Arthur, a graduate of Southern Nazarene University, has been with this program for a long, long time, dating back to 2007. As an offensive line coach, a defensive coordinator, now a head coach in his 6th season. 3rd down and 9 at the 31-yard line, empty backfield. Heim wants to throw, pulls it down. He's running right. Taylor Heim now is going to run it. He'll have the first down, and he's out of bounds near the 42-yard line. That is the worst thing that could have happened for the Lion defense, is to get just enough pressure that Heim had to take off.
You have to have contain on a quarterback like Taylor Heim. Blanchard did a great job pushing the pocket back. So initially Heim was pushed way back. It was to the advantage of the Lions, but no containment on the right side. The speed of Heim just runs for double digits.
12 yards and a first down to the 43 as they convert on their first 3rd down attempt of the second half. 2-by-2 formation for the right hash. Gilliland in the backfield. They fake the handoff. Heim now is going to throw deep down the field. It's underthrown and intercepted by Jackson Lamanek. He one-handed it in and then corralled it with 2 hands falling to the ground at the 32-yard line as that ball was woefully underthrown for Ryland Sanders.
What an athletic play on that interception. Body contorted, reaches out with the right hand, pulls that ball into his body. Huge play by the Lions after Taylor Heim had that huge scramble on 3rd and long.
Lamanek with the 2nd turnover tonight for Blanchard's defense and his 3rd interception of the season. Lions will take over, 1st down and 10 at the 22-yard line. Make that at the 32-yard line. Carson Cooksey from the gun, gives it straight ahead. That is Zach Garrett. Zach Garrett banging his way, looking for the hard-fought yards of 7 to the 39-yard line. Finally wrestled down on the near side boundary.
Evanson Malaska with the tackle.
Evanson Malaska. So a gain of 7 brings up 2nd down and 3. And we're already under 7.5 minutes to play on this rainy Friday night in the 3rd quarter. 21-12, Bethany as the Broncos led at halftime, each team with a possession. Both have turned it over, one on downs, the other interception. Cooksey keeps it on a read and slides down after he has the first down at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Cooksey on the keeper left, faked the handoff up the middle. All he had to beat was Jack Gilliland. Gilliland had him stopped, but a nice move to the outside by Cooksey for the first down.
Both of the ends, Tibbetts and Strawn, ended up tangled up here on the near side boundaries. The play went away from them. 5 yards, converts on first down. First, second half, 3rd down of the night for Blanchard. It comes at their 44-yard line. 3-man defensive front, no pressure. Cooksey rolling right. Now they break through, and coming back and trying to make the catch was Frazier, but it's overthrown again. And in coverage was once more the freshman, Evanson Malaska.
Good job by Charlie Toll running full speed, forcing Cooksey to get rid of that football for the incompletion.
Hey, Scott, I learned something at halftime, and if I knew it, I guess I forgot it. I'm sure when you were at the Edmond Sun, you've heard of him, J.P. Grasmick. There was the quarterback here at Bethany, one of the more prolific quarterbacks. I did not know he had passed away several years ago.
Wow, yeah, there's just all kinds of tragedies, some of these younger people.
They were talking about a memorial scholarship at halftime, and that's how I realized or remembered, I guess. Play action pass, Cooksey throwing deep left into double coverage, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Lamanek, who was double covered on the far side boundary.
Great job by Ryland Sanders with Lamanek. Step for step, just one step in front of the receiver, giving it almost a 0 chance of completion.
So it is 3rd down and 10 for the Lions. Bethany's defense has been up to the task against a Lion club that had been rolling en route to a 5-0 start in 4A District 2. Crowd starting to come to life on the near side. It's nearly a packed house here with this Week 9 matchup. Big games in 4A District 2. Tonight the top 4 teams playing each other. Tuttle is at Newcastle and Blanchard here at Bethany. 3rd down and 10 to the 44-yard line. Rolling right is Cooksey. Needing some help. Finally gets it, and it's caught for a first down on a great reception by Bryson Frazier. And I'm telling you, he had his jersey being pulled that time by Malaska.
Yeah, took the words out of my mouth. Malaska had his arm around the receiver, and he still hauls that in. Great job by the wide receiver there.
Well, I don't like that spot from a Blanchard standpoint. It looked like he had the first down. They mark it a yard short of the 47. They need to get to the 46. Offense stays out there with the field. Empty backfield. 2-by-2 look with a couple of tight ends. Cooksey
for you. They're just going right.
Guys, they're trying to get AV to come out of the game.
Well,
he came up limping.
Okay, well then he ran. Okay.
They were trying to get him to go down so they would stop the clock.
And there he goes.
Big hit.
He's short of the
right
goal
up
line,
the middle,
guys.
and it's a short by about a half a yard. Clock keeps ticking. Now it's going to go all the way down to 4 minutes left.
Yep. So just to give on the right side. Yeah, not much to that. You just got it right about inside the 1.
Great camera work by Emma and Ricky, man. They just, zoomed right in there nice and tight. I know there's seniors, ex-Noble football players that are watching this, they're like, dang, I wish that we had had this whenever I was a senior. I've heard that comment by many, many of them, that they really wish they would have had this, that look back. And that's kind of the coolest part about what I see is they can literally look back the last couple of years and just watch, how they did, in their high school life and archive it. And if you want to, you can download it to your computer. You can, watch the last couple of games of your senior life and hold on to these memories forever because although you might be living right in the middle of it, you'll be thinking back when you're Coach Shane's age and going, man, I wish I could see myself.
Yeah, I can't even believe
then.
Colin's a senior now, man.
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
So they missed that right.
We're going to jump now to our game of the week in the Class 5A in District 3, the Coweta Tigers, who are ranked 1 in Class 5A, versus the Dell City Eagles, who are ranked 2 in 5A.
Line between the 15 and 16, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 17 to go.
That was some hostility from Wyatt Holmes. Craig, he did a good job because he had kind of a bull rush going, then he got stopped, then made a swim move to the outside, and that was just nasty what he did to Kalen Godwin.
So 3rd and long, Dell City's going to have to move from their 16 out to the 33. 3rd and 17, clock running with under 10 minutes to go in the game. Eagles down by 3. But they need 17 yards to keep this football. Snap back, Godwin looks, throws it short, and it's going to be a tackle there. Nice tackle by, again, the middle linebacker. Luke Maladone has him after a short gain. Ball's going to be spotted short of the 20-yard line. The Eagles are going to have to kick it away.
That was a perfect form tackle, a really, really good play by Maladon. We've called his name a bunch tonight. I think he's been extremely successful out there. And you start to worry about Dell City's confidence a little bit here. The Coweta crowd is really getting into the ball game, fired up. The momentum certainly wearing white right now.
Mason Ford, Justice Grammer back to receive this Stanley Johnson kick. Snap is back to Johnson. Puts the left foot into it. And it's going to be a fair catch taking by Justice Grammer. And Grammer takes it at about his own 42-yard line.
Up again as number 22 Clifton Craighead is on him. Back to pass is Taylor. He's going to look to his right. Out is there. Great job by Max Brown on the break. Dangerous if he doesn't get it.
Yeah, Max Brown broke on that ball better than the receiver did. He just couldn't get both hands up there and bring that ball in. He did knock it down. You said it's dangerous because if he misses that right there, that's catch and score for the Hinton Comets. But he got out there, got it knocked down. Great play by Max Brown.
Max knew what he was doing.
He had no worries.
What's Brown done for you? He's done a lot. All right, so 2nd and 10. Clock stops on the incompletion. 1:15 on the clock. Handoff inside. Big hole. Goodness
Massive
gracious. Coming back outside. And give credit to Jake Wright on a big run. He had sat out the last couple plays. He rested enough and came in. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 10.
Yeah, that time just had a massive hole. Looked like Camden came on a blitz, I think, maybe. And just when you come on blitzes like that and
14.
And it's just not in the right spot, there's opportunities for that right there. And Hinton had the right play call on that just to have a huge, massive hole there. Great job by Max and the other boys to get there and stop him from getting the end zone, make him earn this touchdown. Every second in this game is going to count with the 2-score lead. Getting that tackle right there is huge.
So with 55 seconds, clock running, 1st and 10 from the 14. Right behind Taylor. Most likely another handoff to him. It will be. He'll look for that same hole, but nothing going that time. As Jake Branson was the first there to meet him, and then you had Camden Maroney. Looked like you had Timmy Jones, among others there, Cooper Frazee, and it'll be a short gain.
Yeah, great job by, I think that was Branson, the first one there.
He's been the first one all day.
And he's there, and he may not be making that tackle, but he's holding on long enough to have that pursuit that I was talking about, get there and clean it up.
Yeah, amen. Clock running, 20 seconds, probably last play here of the third quarter. 2nd and 9, that was a gain of 1 there for Jake Wright. Most likely Levi Taylor keeper here on this one. Let's see what happens and what Coach Potter draws up.
They're gonna get offsides right here. The receiver out here took
off. He did, false start. He sure did. Sure did. That was number 22. How did you even see that through the wall?
I've got X-ray vision.
Oh, my gosh. Don't tell your kids. Goodness gracious. Don't tell your family. Wow. Clifton Craig had huge penalty
what
there.
I saw was the kid's reaction and the flag, so I knew it was him that jumped
deductive
off.
skills. That's all right. You're a smart guy. So that will be the end of the third quarter, and that put your 4s up if you're at home. As the Wildcats up 9, 13-2. We'll take.
We're going to jump now to the Class A matchup between the Crescent Tigers, who are ranked 7 in Class A, coached by Jeremy Fisher with a record this year of 7-0, beating Western Heights last week 35-0. They're taking on the Minco Bulldogs, coached by Brock Wardlaw with a record this year of 5-1, losing to Hinton last week 19-8.
Out of bounds, can't have a delay of game. That hurts.
Yeah.
There's the snap, going to get it to Caruth. He cuts it upfield. He's got some room, and he's going to roll over this. Oh, no. And their flag comes out. Usually that's on the offensive side. He got enough for a first down, and it's a hold. Probably didn't even need it.
No.
And so that's going to back it up some more.
Well.
That's going to get it back to about the 17-yard line. Yeah, about the 17-yard line. And so that's going to make it first down and
forever. Don't turn the ball over.
Yeah, what is that?
22, 21?
Yeah, first down and 20, at least 22,
20,
right?
20,
22 yards.
Yeah.
Going the wrong direction.
It's on the clock. 12 minutes to the playoffs. 2nd and 14 from the 15-yard line. Taylor and Ryder in the backfield. Most likely one of those two guys carrying. Let's see if they go pass. It'll be a keeper by Taylor. Look who it is. It's our man, Gilbert. Seth Gilbert has been fantastic today. Comes up from that overhang linebacker position, gets the stop, and that'll bring up 3rd and 15 on the TFL. So Jake Wright will head to the sideline. That'll bring in a change of formation as number 21, Trevor Rodman, comes in. He's more of their jet sweep kind of guy at running back. Let's see if they split him out, maybe go empty.
When you got your defensive backs playing like they are, manning up and running step for step with receivers, that's when you can have the opportunity to bring as many people as we're bringing and stop the run, and it's working right now. Cashion Wildcats need to keep this intensity up, keep bringing it to the Comets, and finish this game strong. Looks like there's going to be a timeout. Cashion here.
Yeah, so empty set. Coach Wood and Coach Shack didn't like the alignment. Again, a big
into chaos, and with the McAllister loss, could leave Del City in a pretty good position to remain in second place in the district, which would force them or allow them to stay at home for the first round.
Starks has a shotgun. Straight run around the left side. He ducks it in. Gets down to maybe the 12-yard line. Needed the 10 for the first down. It's going to be a 3rd down and short. But the clock continues to run. We're under 6 minutes to go in the game. Coweta with the football and the 3-point lead.
Well, you'd be awfully nervous if you had to settle for a field goal here, if you're Coweta, just to really take over the momentum here in the fourth quarter and leave the door open there for a Del City drive.
3rd and short for the Tigers. They're going to hand to the big man Mason, and he pounds it down close to the 10-yard line. That's where he needed to go for the first down.
Craig,
and they're going to mark it short.
Going to go for this? I think their plan is to go for it.
I say less than a yard. Yeah, you got to go for it. Yeah, if you don't, I mean, Del City's still, 90 yards away from scoring a touchdown and a long way from a possible field goal. When I don't know, under a yard, I got to go.
You know, we talk all the time about analytics in sports, and we criticize them here. And really, analytics is just basically situational math on this. It's 4th down and 1. And, you know, the chance to try to potentially put this game away, I think the analytics tell you that this is a spot where you do go for it.
I thought maybe he got a bad spot there, Marcus. I don't know. I haven't seen the replay, but it looked to me just live like he was down close to the 10-yard line in this spot. Now, let's see where he puts the ball down here, but it was looking like it was closer to the 11-yard line.
I don't even see the ball.
Well, he's holding it, the official holding it his waist, trying to keep it as dry as possible until the teams get back out there for the snap. But I thought initially it was going to be maybe under a foot to go. I thought he might have had the first down. But they're going to mark it at least a half yard short, and we'll see when he puts the ball down. They marked it back at the 11 mark.
Yeah.
He just got there just a half a second early, and it was a pass interference. It's not going to be a first down.
Nope.
It's not automatic first down. It will be 10 yards. But the Comets are going to have a chance with it being about it'll be about 4th and 6.
6, yeah, with half the distance. So the mark off. So unlike college and professional football, it is not an automatic first down. They'll mark off the 15 since it was inside the 15. In essence, it's half the distance.
So it's about
4th and 8. About 4th and 8. Yeah,
yep.
4th and 7, 4th and 8. So another big stop opportunity here. So good for Frazee on that, right? Doesn't give up the touchdown.
I mean, he had an opening.
Yeah,
he was open for a second. Cooper was breaking great on the ball. You want to just see him go in and knock that ball down.
Yep.
Don't go through the receiver.
Yep.
But I think he had to go through the receiver to get the ball. So good play by Cooper.
All right, 4th and 8. Double back set. Actually, rolling up. It's Jake Wright to the left. Back to pass is Taylor looking to his left, to his right. He's pressured, going to roll up. He's going to try to run for it.
We're going to get him.
Let's see if it's going to be short. Will it be enough for the first down?
It'll
be short. Wildcats get the stop. Turnover of downs. The defense comes through again.
Again, right there on the.
But, man, again, keep referencing the McAllister game here. We had lead changes in the final 2 minutes, final minute and 40 seconds, had a ton of points scored. So we're a long way from the conclusion right now.
Here's a give to Lolo Bell, and this time he's going to be stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost a half a yard on the play. And do we have a timeout taken by the Eagles? Timeout, Del City. Was that timeout taken by Coweta?
Yeah, Coweta took the timeout. As an interesting choice.
That is interesting to me. I mean, I would think that they would let the clock run, even if they were talking about a timeout. No matter what happens, you want Del City to have less time here. But timeout on the field, Marcus, 4:15 to go.
Yeah, and I think, again, we saw a timeout earlier in the first half when they were trying to think about maybe field goal or go for it on 4th down, and they came up with one of the better plays we've seen in the game tonight, throwing a little screen pass to the running back Mason. So here, want to make sure that they've got the right play called on 3rd down and 9.
Coweta ranked number 1 in Class 5A, undefeated on the season. They've only been tested one time by Wagner the second week of the season. They defeated Carl Albert by 30 in the season opener, 44-14. They also have defeated McAllister 49-0. McAllister, the only team to beat Del City, they won that one by 1 point in overtime. So Coweta with a 10-7 advantage, and they face a 3rd down, goal to go from the 7-yard line. Really ball spotted almost back at the 8-yard line.
Watch for Ford in the slot.
Starks rolling right side. Now he throws over the middle, and the ball is tipped up in the air, intercepted by Del City, and it'll be a touchback. Ball will come out to the 20-yard line.
Wow, what a play, Craig. That ball just bounced around, and it looked like Coweta was going to pull it down for the touchdown. It pops up in the air, and I'm not sure there weren't a couple people that had their hands on it. But that's a big play, and I think that's exactly what Coweta wanted to avoid.
No, you're right, Marcus. Yeah, at least get 3 out of that. At the very least, get 3.
We're going to jump on over to the Class 4 District 2 game between the ranked 4 Blanchard Lions, coached by Jeff Craig, versus the Bethany Broncos, who are ranked 3 in Class 4A, coached by John Arthur. We also have a final score update for you. In our Class B matchup between the Covington Douglas Wildcats and the Sealing Wildcats, the Sealing Wildcats and Coach Gary Manuel are going to beat the Covington Douglas Wildcats 56-8 for your final score.
Just read it. 3rd down and 8 at the 34-yard line. Blanchard is 1 for 4 on 3rd down tries here in the 3rd quarter. Likely the final play of the 3rd stanza, 15 seconds to play. And now in a draw, they're going to hand it off. That is Zach Garrett, and Garrett is down at the 39-yard line. So they get 5 of it. It's 4th down and 3. And it will be decision time for Jeff Craig and Blanchard when we start the 4th period. 12 minutes to go.
All alone in the secondary, and what a strike that Godwin threw to him, and momentum has just switched with the blink of an eye to Del City.
Del City inside the 20-yard line of Coweta. Handoff straight ahead and stuffed at the line of scrimmage this time is Braylon Adama. Clock running, 3:40 to go in the game. Coweta leading 10-7, but Del City on the move.
What a play. That was great hustle to catch up with.
Adama shaking up. I thought he was going to come out of the game, but he stays in the game. Omar Brown checking out of the game. Brown had the Del City touchdown earlier. So Adama stays in the game. Godwin will work out of the shotgun on 2nd and long. He fakes a handoff, runs it straight ahead, has a lot of running room. Inside the 15, down close to the 11-yard line. Going to be short of the 1st down. Had to get inside the 10 for the 1st down. They're going to spot it just outside the 10-yard line. 3rd down and a short 2 here.
That was a heck of a run.
2:50 to go in the game. Del City down 10-7, but they have the ball at the 11-yard line of Coweta.
Personnel. Big package coming into the lineup here. Diamond formation.
Double tight end set, and we have a timeout taken, this time by Del City.
Timeout on the field called by the Eagles. That's their 2nd and a half.
It's a big break for, I'd say, for Coweta there, for Del City to have to use a timeout. They get that big personnel on the field, and there really wasn't a.
We're going to jump on over to the Class A District 3 matchup between the ranked 7 Crescent Tigers, coached by Jeremy Fisher, with a record this year of 7-0, versus the Miko Bulldogs, coached by Brock Wardlaw, with a record this year of 5-1.
Clock is moving. We're down to 6 minutes, 35 seconds.
Hunter Mullinax is a pretty decent little quarterback. We're okay here with this.
Yeah, Hunter Mullinax comes in. He's still stretching it out over there. I know Cameron's going to watch that for us. So Mullinax with Caruth behind him. Mullinax keeps it. He goes right up the middle, and he falls down finally about the 2-3 line. And so it'll be 2nd down and about 2. Man, what a run by Mullinax.
3rd and a short 2. Ball spotted right at the 11. They have the power set. Tight end to either side. 2 running backs along with the quarterback. Godwin will run it around the right side. He leans in. He'll have the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Eagles.
Power football right off the tackle. He didn't get much, but he did get just enough to set him up on 1st and goal from the 9.
2:23 to go. Clock stop. Del City with the ball. They're down by 3. Coweta leads at 10-7, but Del City with the 1st and goal. And they'll spot the ball at the 9-yard line of the Coweta Tigers. Godwin, the quarterback, has Adama to his right. He will fake the handoff to Adama, run straight into the line. He's going to be stuffed for about no gain.
That defensive front still out there fighting hard for Coweta. They have played a lot of football tonight.
Wyatt Holmes, big number 77, 6'3", 265. He helped stuff that one right at the line. Clock still running. Inside 1:45 to go. 1:45 and counting. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line for the Del City Eagles. Burris wide to the left side. Godwin working out of the shotgun. Hand sweep to Adama around the left side. Leaps over a man, gets down, and a flag goes down. A couple of flags go down on the play.
you should not. I don't think you're allowed to hurdle, and it could be that. And he has jumped. This is the second time he's done it tonight. So let's see what the officials decide to call here.
Flag came from the far side and also from the end zone. Clock stopped, 1:16 to go in the game.
Says a lot about Adama's guts and his athletic ability. That
now they're waving off the flag.
The referees are waving off the penalty. That'll make it.
So Adama went down. They're going to spot it at the 9-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. 1:16 to go in the game. Del City down by 3. A field goal would tie it. A touchdown would give them the lead. And a timeout, they're going to talk about it. Timeout, Eagles with 1:08 to go, Mark.
Well, that's all she wrote for the timeouts. Rarely do you see a flag waved off when 2 officials throw the flag. There were 2 different officials, and I'm not sure, again, what the stipulation is to determine if it is hurdling or if it's not. We need Jeff the ref here tonight.
I wonder, the guy was, it looked like the player that he hurdled was down on the field. I wonder, is it against the rules to hurdle a guy that's standing up, but it's okay if a guy's down, on his knees or, on the field? I don't know.
It probably shouldn't be. Normally I think that obviously is for player safety and protection, but, usually that's going to take care of yourself. If you get up in the air and somebody comes and knocks the daylights out of you, you're not going to do it very often. But, man, Adama is so athletic.
Okay, again here, Mark. They're in very good position. They got a good field goal kicker in Stanley Johnson. So you don't want to go too crazy here from the 9-yard line, right?
No, you do not.
3rd and goal from the 9, 1:08 to go in the game. Del City with the ball, but they trail by 3. 3rd and goal from the Coweta 9-yard line. Godwin brings them out. Adama set to his right. Godwin drops back, looks for Adama right side, and he is hit right as the ball arrives. It goes incomplete at the 5-yard line. But a heck of a hit on the part of the Coweta Tigers as Adama had no chance. Right when the ball arrived, he was upended at the 5-yard line.
What a great physical play there, man. That was this. The one thing that stands out to me about Coweta tonight is this Del City team is so athletic, and Coweta is going toe-to-toe there, but their toughness, Coweta's toughness is just off the charts.
So here we go. Stanley Johnson checking into the game, the left-footed kicker. Ball's going to be spotted just outside the 15. It'll be a 25-yard attempt with 1:03 to go. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. We're tied at 10 with 59 seconds to go.
Oh, I got a feeling. I think we're going to overtime.
We're going to go real quick to the Class 4A District 2 matchup between the ranked 4 Blanchard Lions and the Bethany Broncos, who are ranked 3 in Class 4A.
Hamadek motions, and a flag comes in. There may have been movement up front on Blanchard.
Paul.
Go ahead.
False start there. Palmer was doing a little hand fighting with the defenders all over him. Did a great job by slowing down, shielding off the defender, creating that space, maybe a little push off with that hand fighting to catch that underthrown pass. Cooksey had Palmer wide open if he just let him just a little bit.
Palmer's 309 receiving yards, second most behind Laminack on the ball club. Actually third behind the total of Laminack and the 560 from Brayson Carter. So it is a false start. Line of scrimmage back to the 6. It's 1st down and goal to go from there with 9:19 to play in the football game. Out of the gun is Cooksey. Hands it off. That is Conway. Inside the 5 and down to about the 3-yard line where it'll bring up 2nd down and goal to go.
Good tackle by Baylor Tibbetts again. Tibbetts very active, comes off from the left side of the defense up to the middle of the field to prevent the touchdown.
Tibbetts came in with 18 tackles, but very active, disruptive on that front 3 of the defensive line. Those 18 tackles led the starters of the front 3. 2nd and goal to go, Blanchard at the 3-yard line. Conway gets the handoff, makes a cut, nowhere to go. Looks like he ran right into Woods Harrell. He did, who stops him in his tracks, and it's 3rd down from the 3.
Woods Harrell coming from the right side of the defense, the left side of the offensive line, circles around in the backfield to catch the running back from behind.
Just under 8.5 minutes to play from Bethany and Southern Nazarene University Football Stadium. Todd Miller, Scott Waddix, the crew with you on Scorto, one of our 3 games of the week on a triple header Week 9 affair. Blanchard Still has not brought the play in. Now they do. Out is Conway. Garrett is back in. He's offset to the right. Lions with a single receiver to the near side, 2 receivers right. And now Cooksey wants to throw. He's under pressure. Throws off his back foot, and it's incomplete. And big-time pressure up the middle from, I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
Jordan Strotter.
Yep.
I tell you, Strotter close to he has an interception tonight. He's close there. And he puts all the pressure on Cooksey where Cooksey has no chance to complete it.
You hate to say this, Scott, in a 21-12 game early in the fourth quarter, but this feels like the ball game if they can't get it in.
Yeah, it's because Bethany, if they don't turn the ball over or don't get penalties, they could run out the majority of this clock.
4th down, the ball just outside the 3. They would spot it at the 4 officially. Trips to the near side. They start to motion Carter, and now we get a timeout, and that will be called by the Broncos. That will be their first charge timeout with 7:59 to play in the ball game. Back for a key 4th and goal to go for the Lions after these messages on Squirtle.
At Bank Central,
from the 4. It's going to be a handoff. Ricky Hunt up the middle. And it's the 3rd touchdown of the night for Ricky Hunt. This one from 5. And Millwood is running away with this football game here in the 3rd quarter. 4 touchdowns already.
They've doubled up Hennessy now. It's 44-22 with the 2-point conversion upcoming. As Ricky Hunt now, it's his 12 carries, 122 yards. And 3 rushing touchdowns. They'll go for 2.
Looking over towards the sidelines. He's lined up at quarterback for most of these 2-point plays, if not all of them.
Yeah, all of them, yeah.
He's going to take it to the left, jump pass, and it is caught. That's number 13, Dylan Daniels, on the
run on a quarterback draw right up the middle.
So it's 4th down and officially 4. The ball just inside the 4-yard line of Bethany for Blanchard. They have to get this ball into the end zone. They had it at the 1, but a false start after a near touchdown reception by Reagan Palmer has made this drive a little more difficult to try and cap.
And Bethany knows how big it is, as you keep saying. Blanchard's got to get it in the end zone. If Bethany can keep the Lions out of the end zone and have a long drive, it's a 2-possession game. There's less than 8 minutes left to go.
All right, here we go. Cooksey will empty the backfield. Blanchard has 4 receivers to the short side of the field. They will motion Carter from left to right. Cooksey rolls that way. Buying time, throw into the end zone, too high, incomplete. Another missed end zone opportunity for the Lions. Looked like he was looking for Palmer again.
That was actually Hudson Perryman on the back of the end zone, one of those taller receivers. He made a catch on the right boundary in the opening half. It's just tough to do. Full speed, Perriman's going that way, coming from the left side. Like you said, there's 4 receivers on the left side. One came in motion to put one on the right side. Perriman from the left side all the way across to the right side of the end zone. Kind of a knuckle-high pass, very difficult to catch.
Another missed opportunity for the Lions inside the red zone. Bethany will take over at their own 4-yard line. That is the bad news. The good news is if you're a Broncos fan, you preserve a 9-point lead. That is huge with just under 8 minutes to play in the ball game. Taylor Heim will go under center. Gillen, the running back, is about 4 yards deep in the end zone at the north end of the stadium. Blanchard has 4 defensive linemen in this set. Heim is going to keep it himself, make some cuts, hurdles 1 blocker, and gets out to about the 9-yard line. That was an easy 5, wasn't it?
Well, I tell you, and really all it was a quarterback sneak, but Heim, so athletic, jumps one way, jumps back the other way over somebody. Blanchard, to stay in this game, they can't let 6 yards on a quarterback sneak like that when all Bethany was trying to do is just get a little breathing room away from the goal.
We're going to go live now to the Noble Bears at the Midwest City Bombers. The Bombers are ranked 8 in Class 5A. The Noble Bears have a record this year of 4-3, and the Bombers have a record this year of 5-2.
Hard to it's hard to be in ball games, man, when you just can't stop anyone right here.
He's got 12
carries for 179 on the ground,
Wow, that's
15
insane.
yards a pop, and 7 of 10 for 199 through the air.
That's a pretty good night.
Yeah, that's definitely padding the stats right there for him tonight. He is
Pretty good night.
Midwest City's up to 631 yards of offense, guys.
Oh, my goodness.
That's just
Still 8 minutes left,
terrible.
too. Wow. Yeah, again, it's
Who
just.
has more total yards?
Wow.
Midwest City tonight or OU tomorrow?
I would say Midwest City tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
I missed it, Shane. What?
I wish it would be OU tomorrow, but I think it's going to be Midwest City tonight.
Yeah, you're right.
I wish. That would be nice, Scotty, if we were celebrating that kind of offense.
Toss of the coin.
That looked more like a medallion, Craig. That was a very large coin.
It looked to me like Coweta won the toss. They can choose whether to take the ball or not. And then Del City will choose which end they're going to play from. So let's see.
Del City's going to take the ball.
They'll go
so
first.
I think, Coweta definitely. Again, I think this is a undisputable decision here. You win the coin toss. You want to know.
You want to go on defense.
Yeah, because it gives you an extra down if the offense scores. You know exactly what the task is at that point.
And I think that's what happened. Coweta won the toss. They chose to go on defense first. Del City chose to go toward the north end zone. And so that's where we are. Tied at 10. We're in overtime. And again, high school football, you go from the 10-yard line, right, Marcus?
Not the world's greatest overtime, if you ask me. Almost like to see the same rule as in college for the high schools, to go from the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure to defend the goal with only 10 yards between the offense and the end zone.
And you're in field, even with high school kickers, I mean, you're in field goal range already, at the 10-yard line, unless you have a big penalty or a big loss. All right. So the Eagles will go first here in overtime. We're tied at 10 at Cal-Sioux Stadium. Del City against Coweta. DeKalen Godwin, the quarterback, leads them up. Has split receivers to either side. And Braylon Adama will line up to his left. First possession of overtime. Godwin fakes the snap, rolls right side. Looking to run or pass, and he's going to be tripped up and dropped for about a yard loss on the play. And that was Mason Ford that came up to make the stop.
Mason Ford everywhere. And there was a couple of options for Godwin to throw to there, but the defense.
I'm sorry. I think it might have been Maladon.
It's hard to tell the numbers, 1 and 7. The script is just the same for both of those.
Maladon came up to make the stop.
Maladon, only a junior, but he's been all over the place tonight. He has had a great game.
All right, loss of one on the play. Second down, 11. Del City. Godwin rolling left side. He's being chased from behind. Gets away from one man. Cuts back. Makes another cut at the 10. Stumbles at the 5-yard line and is finally dropped just outside the 5. And a nice tackle there by Justice Grammer. The cornerback finally got him down.
What did he run past 5, 7, 8 guys? That was an
Incredible
amazing run.
So give him the gain from the 11 down just outside the 5-yard line. Ball spotted between the 5 and 6. Third down and goal, Del City. Godwin, man in motion to the right side. He'll roll right side. Looking to throw. Throws. The ball is caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Eagles. It was Josiah Burris that made the grab just inside the pylon on the right side.
What a catch. I don't know how that ball got through the defenders. What a pass.
Josiah Burris was the man who went in motion to the right side, right, Marcus?
Yeah.
They rolled right, hit him just inside the pylon. Now Stanley Johnson on to try the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. Del City back on top. They scored the first touchdown tonight, and they've scored the most recent touchdown as they take the lead in overtime 17-10.
Well, that ball just threaded the needle. Heck of a pass from DeKalen Godwin. And we'll see what Coweta can do. And again, by virtue of winning the coin toss, they'll have 4 downs to try to punch it into the end zone.
He found the senior flanker, Josiah Burris, for the touchdown. Godwin, who throws for over 190 yards a game, and also when you add his running yards in there, has almost 230 yards a game total offense.
I'm going to go home and have a Halls for the PA announcer tonight. My voice would be ravaged.
All right, so Dell City on top. Here we go. Coweta takes over at the 10-yard line on the north end of the field. Fake handoff up the middle, cutting around the left side of Starks to the 5, to the 4-yard line before he's tripped up by Adama and knocked out of bounds at the 4.
I don't know that we're going to be able to get out of here before tomorrow's pregame if we just ask these teams to try to score from the 10. I mean, I think that both offenses are good enough that it's going to be hard to stop.
Adama knocked him out at the 4-yard line, but it's going to be second to go from the 4 for Coweta. Down by 7 in overtime as Dell City strikes first. Starks takes a handoff and had nowhere to go that time. Got it ducked inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. It's going to be third and go.
Swindoll again making the tackle. Start to get a little nervous here. That play didn't go anywhere.
And we're going to have a timeout. Timeout taken by Coweta.
Looks like he can play at Iowa State or Navy or wherever he wants to go next year.
Got offers from Iowa State, Abilene Christian. Does he have an offer from Navy? Yeah.
Ohio, Buffalo, which are MAC schools. So he's got some D1 offers. That's his third straight carry that's finished in a touchdown. 45, then a 4-yard touchdown run and an 18-yard touchdown run. So,
I mean, it's obvious this kid can play. I mean, it's not like Iowa State is, that's not only a Big 12 school, but they've produced some very good running backs in recent memory.
Guy named Brees Hall. Playing for the Jets. Got hurt last week.
Unfortunately,
he's out for the year.
On my fantasy team. ACL tear. He was
Throwing
having a really good
left.
season, and
Incomplete.
the 2-point conversion falls incomplete.
10:33 to play in the fourth quarter, 52-20.
One back in the backfield. And so I would think that formation might be something that Harper would like to go to try to spring one of those backs through.
All right, here we go. Ball spotted just inside the 5-yard line, about the 4.5-yard line. Split receivers either side. Working out of the shotgun is DeKylan Starks. Now Mason goes in motion. Now the ball is thrown back. Nice play to Mason Ford. As Mason Ford lined up wide on the right side, went in motion toward the formation. Then they snapped it, and he cut right back wide open in the right flat, catches it for the touchdown.
What a play. That's impossible to defend, Craig, because Mason knows exactly what he's going to do. Mason Ford does. The defense is running at breakneck speed to try to chase after him and just reversing around wide open. What a route and what great execution.
You see why this guy has over 60 touchdowns in his career. But an excellent play call also that time. Excellent execution. But now you got to execute one more time for the extra point. Or will they go for 2 here?
I don't know what they're going to do. There's been some confusion. Play clock is starting.
We got some guys coming off the field. Let's see. I think they might be trying to win it right here.
Yep.
Here we go. Coweta will go for 2, and now we got a timeout taken by Dell City.
I like it. This Dell City defense has been great all night, but, man, you look at Coweta, and I don't know why you wouldn't want to try to run the same play that they just ran. That looked like it's just almost impossible to defend with his speed and quickness with Mason Ford. Or you could perhaps try to run something off of that play because the defense just saw it, might be expecting it again. So I think there's plenty of options here for Coweta to try to push this ball into the end zone.
We are in overtime. We were tied at 10 at the end of regulation. Stanley Johnson with the field goal with 59 seconds to go in regulation to tie it up for Dell City. Dell City had the ball first in overtime. They scored. on the touchdown pass to Josiah Burris. And then we've just had Coweta score on a 3rd and goal play, the touchdown pass to Mason Ford. And so Coweta pulls within a point at 17-16, and now, before the timeout, they came out to line up and go for 2. And let's see.
They're going for 2.
They're still going for 2. So here we go. Starks out of the shotgun. Lolo Bell to his left. Starks dropping back. He's looking for Bell. Left side. He's got him. 2-point conversion, and Coweta wins it. 18-17 on the 2-point conversion. Lolo Bell coming out of the backfield, Mark.
What a game. And celebration erupts for Coweta, who's come on the road and come away with a fantastic win tonight over a very, very tough Del City team. And this Eagles squad on senior night, Craig, they've lost 2 games this year, both by a single point in overtime. Unbelievable.
You got to hand it to him. As you said, Tim Harper in his 4th year there. 2 excellent calls. On the touchdown play, the one to Mason Ford where they send him in motion toward the formation, and then he backtracks toward the sideline wide open. And this one on the 2-point conversion, Starks out of the shotgun, Lolo Bell to his left, and Lolo Bell goes out into the left flat and was wide open. Both plays wide open, and credit Starks for delivering the football, but also credit Tim Harper for having the guts to go for the 2-point conversion.
And a couple of excellent calls. That pass was wide open, and so you know that you felt like you got a play that can win that game. And after this hard-hitting, physical football game tonight,
is Zach Tillman, his 2nd carry of the night. Down to the 39-yard line, picking up 4.
Man, Coweta or Del City has lost 2 heartbreakers this year.
They play that really tough schedule, I tell you. They lose to Carl Albert and then to tonight. What was their other loss?
McAllister.
That's
they
right.
We had
both games on Squirtle. Yeah. Timeout. We'll take it with them. 8:51 to play in the ball game. 52-22. Millwood on top. It's the game of the week on Squirtle. Brought to you by High Plains Inn.
We'll lose it down in essence, and so with the mark off, it's going to be.
It was just a 10-yard mark off. So what was the penalty? Did y'all see? Block in the back. Okay. So
all right. So with
will
that,
it'll
still be second down. It looks like the Comets will take a timeout, as that would have continued to run the clock. So we'll take a timeout ourselves. Be right back in 30 seconds.
Storm season is football. Wyatt Geisler.
Good punt that time by Colton Calderon. And great special teams coverage by the Bethany Broncos. So with 1 minute to play, look for Cooksey with only 1 timeout to work the sidelines. They will take over at their own 20-yard line.
They got to throw it deep and get some kind of score and an onside kick.
Cooksey, empty backfield, handles the snap, retreats to the 10, throws right. Ball is caught but tackled in bounds. A terrific defensive play by the Broncos on a reception by Bryson Frazier. And the tackle is going to allow the clock to continue to roll down to 41 seconds on a gain that was 8.
Ryland Sanders with the tackle inside the numbers.
Cooksey to throw with under a half minute to play in the ball game. Throws left, the ball woefully underthrown. Trying to make a dive and a catch, Reagan Palmer. Alaska was in coverage, and it's now 3rd down and 2 at the 28-yard line.
There's a play near the sidelines. As you mentioned, it had to go to the sidelines. That previous play was inside the numbers. Blanchard doesn't really have any choice if they want any chance. They got to just heave it down the field.
Ryland Sanders tried to get up. He is now sitting on his haunches at the 35-yard line. Almost looks like maybe it's a cramp. So they brought the training staff and coaches out there to attend to Ryland Sanders, 5'10", 150 pounds, and a senior.
Looks like they're looking at one of his ankles.
Is it an ankle?
Or a knee, maybe. His left knee is up off the ground.
Okay, it looked like he was trying to stretch it out for a moment, but
Yeah.
you're right. You've got the binoculars on it, and I can see that what is it, the right leg?
Yeah, now they're holding the right ankle. That's correct. Straight out.
So it'll be 3rd down and 2 at the 28-yard line with just over a half minute to play in the ball game. This has been a good one.
Very great competition. You're just a couple plays away on either side of the football. Of course, Bethany's going to walk away with a victory here, but Blanchard, they could have just punched it in a couple times. And you mentioned, what about the big switch there where Taylor Heim picks off the ball in the red zone, runs it back so far all the way inside the 5-yard line. Those are, when you flip stuff like that, those turnovers just change the complexion of the ball game.
Ryland Sanders, you can see, is kind of hobbling on his own power to the near side. It's a long walk from the east to the west side here of SNU Football Stadium. When we resume, it'll be 3rd down and 2 at the 28-yard line. You hope that's not a serious injury. He's not only a good weapon both ways, but he's also their extra point kicker, and he's been very reliable. 3rd down and 2. Cooksey to throw. Under a half minute to play from Bethany. Cooksey rolling left, buying time. Now just heaves it to the near side out of bounds. He was looking for Reagan Palmer, and Palmer was enough in the vicinity, and he was well out of the tackle box that there's no grounding.
Well, you got Bethany back in the prevent defense. 3 safeties across the backside, the corners, and everybody's off the line of scrimmage. And then the 3-man front. Bethany's getting so much pressure with the 3-man front, giving Cooksey little choice.
Yep. It's a good thing when you run that 3-man front and can get home with pressure.
Yeah.
4th and 2. Here's the game at the 28-yard line. 26 seconds to play. Cooksey, quick throw out right, and the ball is incomplete.
And that should be victory formation for Bethany.
3rd time here in the second half that Blanchard has turned it over on downs. The other 2, though, have come at the 20 and at the 4-yard line.
Wow, 21-12 in the opening half. So we see 33 points in the first half and not a point scored in the latter half.
Broncos will go into the victory formation, as Scott told you. Blanchard, if they so choose, can stop it one more time, but it's academic. We should have one more snap from center, and this game will officially be in the record books, and Bethany will have a 9-8 lead all-time in the 17-game series with the Lions. They'll also pull to within one game, 7-6 in a series since 2008. Witwiska out of the gun is going to roll right. Now he just throws it to the near side. The ball is caught but out of bounds. And Taylor Heim, I think, is saying, wait, what are we doing?
I was wondering the same thing. You know, you throw in a pick 6 there, you've still got some life for the Lions.
So it's 2nd down and 10. That incompleted pass basically gives Blanchard a free timeout.
Yeah.
They still have one remaining with 17.4 seconds to play. I'll tell you what you do. You put Witwiska up under center and you take a knee and you go home.
That's what I predicted. We were wrong.
I am shocked that they were throwing the football, and I don't think Taylor Heim necessarily agreed either, do you?
And he was rolling right, too, with some pursuit. Could have a fumble, all kinds of stuff.
Witwiska will get the snap back. They're going to throw again. Kale running right, pressured, almost sacked. Now throws near side for Heim, who juggles it and drops it with 11.2 seconds to play. Okay, I now know why they're doing this. They're doing this for district points. That is exactly why they're doing this. Because they need as many points as they can towards a possible tie-breaking situation if there's a multi-team tie after next week's play. So that's why they're doing this.
Interesting. On those plays, the roller, at least throw it way down the field. I guess, you know what, you're right, because they're trying to roll right to the sideline and then get out of bounds and stop the clock.
That's exactly why they're doing it. Right now they're +9. A touchdown would give them their max of +15. And position themselves with a win next week in the case of a 3-way tie to be the district champion, and a timeout called by Blanchard. I had to stop and think about this for a minute. Like, why are they throwing the football? Well, I can tell you why they're doing it. Until you have 15 points in a final outcome, a game really is never decided, especially in a district that is tied as 4A District 2.
Well, They're drawing up a play, going through the end zone. They could also kick a field goal. I don't know if Sanders, what his range is. But
I could have told you, but somebody spilt something on my papers that are now.
I think Todd Miller is the only one over in that corner.
Well, but I don't think I had anything to spill on it.
Oh, okay. It'd be a 45-yarder minimum, so maybe 45, 46 from here.
Well, I could tell you this. Sanders is the kicker. He was shaken up on the defensive series, and he is 0 of 2 in field goals this year.
But anyway, that would be another option for Bethany to try to add to their point total in district play.
Each team with one timeout, 11.2 seconds to play. It's 21-12. And they may, if they get very much yardage here, try for the field goal. Wetwiska drops back to the 36-yard line, and that's not going to help. They've blown the play dead. And was there a timeout called? It's an illegal procedure. That'll put the ball back to the 33-yard line.
Wow, this is taking a long time, this last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The half went by faster in the last 2 minutes here.
So it's 1st and 15 back at the 33-yard line. And do we have a timeout? Looks like Blanchard was headed to the far side. Now everybody's going to be called back on the field. The Whitecap is coming over and is saying something to John Arthur, the Bethany head coach. John is going to be 44-16. He's been a member of a state championship team, a couple of state runner-up teams, and state semifinal teams here at Bethany. So that's why I say he has really been in concert, either as an assistant, a coordinator, or a head coach now, with the golden era of Bethany football. Broncos really were not very good at football for a long time, and then they had Chris Chamberlain. You might remember Chris Chamberlain played here, and he went on to play in college at the University of Tulsa and then played in the NFL for a while. He was a really, really good player. 3rd and 15 to the 33-yard line. 11 seconds to play. 2 receivers to the near side, Woods Harrell and Taylor Heim. We have a couple of receivers to the left side of the field, and now the Whitecap going to come over and say something. You're right. The third quarter went by quicker than the final minute of this fourth quarter.
And it is necessary when you have a real competitive district, the points. So there's so many different tiebreakers and scenarios that really makes a big difference. Now, Bethany's going to make a playoff run, but to get to that title game, they're going to have to really cut out these penalties.
You know, here's what's strange about this, and here's another reason the points are important. You know, if things don't break their way in terms of a three-way tiebreaker next week, this could be arguably their final home game of the year. And right now they're going to be no worse than in a tie for first going into Week 10. That's how competitive and how tight this district is. Here we go, ready to play. 3rd and 15. Wetwiska is going to run. He's across the 25, dives down, short of the first down at the 23. Clock stops with 4.4 seconds, and they may trot the field goal unit on. It's a timeout, Broncos. So the ball is spotted at the 23-yard line. It would be a 40-yard attempt from there.
Well, we could have done this probably 15 minutes ago, that same play. All this waiting and stuff, just a run up the middle and then try the field goal.
It's 4th down and 5 of the 23 with 4.4 seconds to play. Now you wonder if Sanders is able to kick. He's been the usual kicker, although they do have a backup place kicker who does the kickoff chores. That's Ruslan Calderon.
Be a 40-yarder with no wind.
There hadn't been a breath of wind all night long. When it was raining and we were out of the booth at halftime, it was coming straight down. You don't see that very often in Oklahoma. Big thank you to Bethany, to Athletic Director and Head Coach John Arthur, their hospitality here tonight. And they have made room for us here on Squirtle, and there's a bunch of media.
In the press box, inside in the rain.
Yeah.
it was so packed, you think, are we going to be outside? But no, great job. Yeah, great hospitality here at Bethany. Bethany with the victory tonight, 4.4 seconds left, leading Blanchard 21-12.
Wet Wiska, the holder, is going to put his arm around, I believe, Calderon, who's going to have to kick for Sanders as they get set to put the ball down at the 30 to make it a 40-yard attempt. And the reason they're doing this again is for district points. The snap is coming back from the left hash. Final play of the ball game. It is on the mark. The kick is up. He's got plenty of leg, and it is
hit the
no
crossbar.
good. It hit the crossbar.
Calderon short. Wow, dead center, hit the bottom of the crossbar.
21-12 the score. So Bethany gets 9 points towards the tiebreaker. Blanchard drops their first and will be in a
yard short of the end zone down to the 2-yard line. So a gain of 11. Brandon Valles on the stop. And it will be second down and goal at the 2. We're down to 2 minutes to play in the ball game. And like I just said a little while ago, this game is closer than the score will indicate. This was not a 52-22 game in the first half. It just shows you the firepower of Millwood is what it does. Woods tries to hand off.
Well,
That is Deshaun Buford with the carry and tackled for a loss, but then a flag.
Millwood they came out in the second half and they just went back to the basics of, hey, we're gonna hand the ball off, we're gonna run the ball, we're gonna establish the run, and really 4 straight touchdown drives, a couple of miscues by Hennessy, and you look up and the next thing you know it's a 3 or 4 touchdown.
Yeah, stick around in the post game. We'll go back and recap all the scoring, go over the numbers.
Got a few.
Unnecessary roughness on Millwood this time.
Got a couple of possible games for next week. Maybe the War on 74. I know it's not, Cashin doesn't have quite the record, but that could still be a game with Crescent getting their first loss of the season and Cashin getting a big W. That game will be at Cashin next week. It might be one we want to circle. Sure, we wouldn't have a hard time finding some advertisers for that one. Woodland at Tonkawa.
Be some great Week 10 matchups next week with a lot on the line. Timeout called by the Falcons. We'll take it with them. 1:34 to play, 52-22. Back after this is the game of the week on Squirtle.
Today.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency,
Our first game of the week, we have the Coweta Tigers, who are ranked 1 in Class 5A. The Tigers and coach Tim Harper will move to 9-0 this season, beating the Del City Eagles, who were ranked 2, 18-17 for that final score. Going down to our 4A game of the week, the Blanchard Lions, who were ranked 4 in Class 4A, versus the Bethany Broncos, who were ranked 3 in the same class. The Broncos and coach John Arthur will move to 7-1 this season, with the final of that game being 21-12. As we said, the Millwood Falcons-Hennessy game, the last score update was 52-22. Going over to the Cashin Wildcats and the Hinton Comets. The Cashin Wildcats and Lynn Shackelford will move to 4-4 this season, with the final score for the Hinton-Cashin game being 19-4. Going down to our Class B game, Covington Douglas Wildcats versus the Sealing Wildcats. The ranked 4 Sealing Wildcats and coach Gary Manuel will beat the Covington Douglas Wildcats 56-8 for that final score. Going down to the Noble Bears versus the Midwest City Bombers, the ranked 8 Bombers will beat the Bears, and Coach Darrell Hall and the Bombers will move to 6-2 this season, with the final score of that game being 61-39. The Crescent Tigers and the Minko Bulldogs, the ranked 7 undefeated Tigers will fall to the Minko Bulldogs and Coach Brock Wardlaw. The Bulldogs will move to 6-1 this season, and the final in that game being 42-33 with Minko winning. The Burns Flat Dill City Eagles versus the Fairview Yellow Jackets. Coach Robert Bernard and the Yellow Jackets will win against the Eagles, with the final score being 47-6. Again, if you want to continue the Hennessy-Millwood game, you can go to HennessyEagles.tv, MillwoodFalcons.tv, Squirtle.tv, and the Squirtle app. I'm your host, Drew Baker, producer Ethan Sunken. Thank you guys for joining us for Week 9 Pay Dirt, and we'll see you next week.